we're not fancy like anybody.
Hello, hello. Hey, welcome. If you're here, we appreciate it. Welcome to Labor Day. I hope you're enjoying a lovely beverage, and welcome to be here with me and Therese in our
in a chair.
in a chair. Our chair will be filled in a few minutes. Our other guest is winding some yarn. So and that's the amazing Tabitha from Cabot Cove Knits, who we haven't seen in a long time. So we're very excited. I guess no one else decided to come. I think Morgan will be here in a little bit, but I guess Neil and Annie are too tired or whatever.
They're too busy beating British. In what does Katie Hopkins call it? Batshit crazy Britain or whatever. Batshit Britain.
I love her.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
This game is taking forever.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm supposed to be working on this. My
look, it's the ghost of Tabitha Past.
This is my
let me see.
Rib lace raglan so far on the restart. It's got a really long yoke.
You did better on it than I did.
Well, this is the second version because I was running out of yarn on the first version, and I split for the sleeves, and it was just tight, and I didn't have enough yarn to make it bigger. So I went up a needle size, and I switched to this sport weight yarn. So that's what I'm doing. So and this is from Yarn Cafe Creations. I don't even know what the color is. I bought it for something else, but I can't remember what it was. So now it's this. Mocha Sport. It's No, I Never Did It. So there's another channel called Knit Night. Well, there wasn't when we did ours because we searched on YouTube.
What?
So then they're copying us because we searched the names. Remember, Therese?
Yes, we did.
We did.
Is it spelled the same way?
That's what she says. I don't know. It must be new because it wasn't there before.
Are they on Craftsnark? I wonder.
Is it Bitchy Knitter?
Probably.
I think that Neil's it's all one word. Well, it wasn't there before because we searched, but when we came up with our name, some other names we chose had been used. So we came up with Knit Night. Well, they're not as cool as we are, clearly. So
they don't have Tabitha of Cabot Cove Knits.
That's right.
Oh my.
That is right. Who we adore. So
and we feel like we're on a roller coaster ride.
So that's all.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. You got to do what you got to do for your family. So yeah. So this is my rib lace raglan.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I've been working on. Thanks, Neil. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, it's for something for later on. And James N. Watts, it's a great pattern. It's a really interesting construction for, I guess he put it out and it was very tight on the neck. So he redid it where you do the back and then you connect into the front to make it higher. Yes, Chicken Lady, Tabitha is in the house. So
yes,
you did not see me.
Yeah, so Morgan should be here shortly.
You're welcome to jump on, Lynn.
Yeah, you can come on if you want a link. I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me send it.
So, Mr. James N. Watts, speaking of Neil and Mr. Watts, does he have? Obviously, we can't talk about what it's for or what it's not for. But does he have like a tube top or like a tank top where their boobs hang out? Also, tell me if this is inappropriate for Knit Night. I'll be quiet. But I swore I saw James knit like a crop top.
Everything is appropriate here, okay?
Because I can knit that for what we're talking about.
A tube top?
He has several. Dang it! I can't find Lynn's.
I'm not going back to him.
You don't have to. Oh my God, no one's. Oh,
I still want to do that. I still want to do that shirt.
Okay. Though. There you go, Lynn. So yeah. So holy crap, it's Tabitha. Yeah, that's our reaction too.
Yes.
I love our chat. You guys are the best. So yeah, I haven't done a ton of knitting. My daughter hurt her back this week, so I've been doing a lot of other stuff I don't normally do. My son
Yeah,
came
me
over
too.
today, and I made him take out the trash today, so I didn't have to take it out again, um, and that kind of stuff. So you don't realize how much your grown kids do when they're not doing
Mhm.
it. Like she does her own laundry and all that stuff normally, but I had to do that this week, so you know.
No, I know.
So, and it's
I haven't.
Monday, and it's Labor Day, and it's September, and it's still 100 degrees where we are. So
So it's not. It's
Ugh.
not actually fall. No,
no,
it's
what is this? Yeah,
not.
I did. You notice I did not put fall in the name trees,
Thank
just for
you.
you.
Thank you. You just didn't want to hear me bitching.
So, so. Oh, Tabitha, did you get those books I sent you? Those ebooks?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, okay. I saw them and on the site that I subscribed to, and I was like, oh my, I need to download 20 something of these books for Tabitha
Thank you.
because
I got
Jessica
that.
Fletcher's involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. My
The murder.
library has a lot of those books, and I'm like super excited about it.
They're very, very good. There's some of them are better than the show, which is impossible. But I've everyone I've read so far, it's like, why didn't they do a show about this? Because it would have been amazing. Very good if you
You
want
would
a
think.
mindless read.
Sometimes we need mindless.
All right, I've screwed this up, so I'm not going to work on that because I had to put in lifelines because I kept screwing it up.
Oh,
So,
oof.
and I never put in lifelines, and I wouldn't care except for this thing that it's for. There's going to be pictures, and
Mhm.
the lace is so simple that if you screw it up, it's noticeable.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's not like complicated lace where you make a couple mistakes and nobody knows. This is like in your face. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you know what I have now? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Neil's gonna die. He's gonna be so pissed that I'm back. I have a bear rug that's bigger than me that I can take off the wall and lay it on the floor and lay
Oh
on
my
top of
god.
the bear rug. Pose like James for this photo.
Or it's like Burt Reynolds in his centerfold
Yeah,
for
his
Cosmopolitan. Yeah,
that's right. I remember that.
remember? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Bert was the man.
Oh boy. Hmm.
Didn't they spam one of our chat groups with a photo of James like laid out, sprawled out on like a rug?
Ugh.
I was looking up the projects when I started knitting this, and there's another large gentleman who posed in the crop top.
Oh
So that there was that,
no.
and I was like, is there many? How many of them are knitting it? It's like,
right. Hmm.
let me look up and see if there's other things that Tabitha can do.
We'll
Well,
find
in the
you.
photo that I sent the group a long time ago, he like knitted a pair of socks, and his body's all contorted like a pretzel, and he's laying on this rug with like a pair of socks.
Yeah. Oh, here you go,
Keep going.
Tabitha. It's a tank top and it's mesh.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry. Let me find a better picture.
Hmm.
Oh, it looks better on this guy, basically.
Yeah.
Looks better on
Yeah,
that
you
guy.
know who that looks like? That looks like Sean Astin on 51st Dates. He used to wear that tank top all the time. Her brother. Yeah. Yes, that's who that looks
Yeah.
like.
Okay. I watched that stupid
Doug.
movie
His name is
Atlas
Doug.
on Netflix. I was not impressed by J-Lo's acting.
No.
He's got a bunch of hats, Tab. You could,
Could do a hat.
just knit a hat and use some
Hat?
other. There's
That's
some other
nice.
crop tops. There's some other holy crop tops.
See my
Maybe the
holes.
tube top, the one I'm thinking of was the one he knit with that Jackwheel, whatever her name is, the other lady. Maybe she's the one that designed it and he knitted it and modeled it for her.
Hmm.
Could be.
But he wore it under the look at my holes top, I thought.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must have been somebody
like
else's because I don't see.
I just can't with this. Look at my
It's like a bralette.
He's got the partition tank top. This is here you go, Tab.
bralette. My God, I just no stop. Just stop.
I'm sorry.
Just stop.
We could do a video of me dancing to that partition song by Beyonce.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
We'll debut it on midnight. Why not?
Hey, we're the
Okay.
cool at night.
Whatever. We don't care.
At
Clearly.
least he got rid of the bowl cut because when he had the bowl
Yeah,
cut, it
that
wasn't
was
very
a little like.
Now he's got a mullet, kind of.
That's so much better.
And I'd never think that I would say that somebody's mullet was better than their previous haircut. But
That's sad when a mullet is better than.
he's got a bulky sweater. Super bulky. This might only knits up in like a day.
I don't like bulky. Bulky makes
That
you
probably
look
knits up in like a day.
Yeah, because I have to buy yarn. So I don't have any bulky yarn.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not buying yarn, are we? No.
No. Or I could hold. I saw this new thing that these people were upset because this designer designed a sweater with 5 strands of yarn.
Oh,
I
I
saw
saw that
that.
on Craftsnark. Like every one of their bases was included. I thought that was hilarious. All right, I'm just not going to knit
probably
wrong because
it'd probably be really pretty if you did like 5 strands of yarn, but you did different colors. But maybe not.
Yeah, because then it'd be
I bet that
really
would be really
mauled.
expensive. Yeah.
Did you ever
wonder how
finish?
expensive that-
Did you ever finish Chesney's blanket?
The kiss blanket?
No, but I've been working on it.
Good.
Ooh,
Let's see. I'm
That
on the
shawl you
second
did is
set of.
fantastic.
wow, you've got a lot done.
Wow.
I
I've
hope
got
she doesn't
over-
stop.
That's yeah, I know that guy.
I
And
hope
there's-
she doesn't change her mind and stop liking them by the time you're done.
This sucks.
Somebody's trying to load
Oh,
in.
no,
And I don't know
no.
what his. It just says loading.
Loading?
Chicken lady. Oh, here's. Hold on.
Loading. Come
It
on.
won't let me add her in. Come on, Lynn.
Come on.
I don't know what. It's something on your end. It won't let me add you. It just says you're loading.
Colorado.
Do I need to leave?
No, you do not.
You have too much grayness. You can't have
You're
more.
not allowed to leave anymore.
Lynn, I'm gonna kick you back and then try to come back in again.
Kick her. Kick her hard.
Oh, Morgan's here.
I do have.
Morgan. Hi.
Hey. Yeah, that one you finished that you post on
Yeah.
Instagram is gorgeous.
That thing is amazing. Oh, both of them are amazing.
And that one is too. I love how the colors go in that one.
This yarn sucks balls. 4 strands of cotton. Awful to do lace work with. I don't know what I was thinking.
There she is. Finally, she made it on. And where's Neil? He's not even in the chat.
Neil.
Wow.
He's the worst.
Someone is gonna-
He's the
How
absolute
dare he.
worst.
Didn't he say he was going to come on this week, Therese, because he couldn't come on last
He's
week
the
because he was out of
worst.
town?
You know, you can't.
I know he was busy, but he's got the magazine out now, so now he
He's
should have time.
busy. Everybody's busy.
I wanted to show him I finally finished, this ginormous thing.
Look at it.
I know, it's so pretty.
It's amazing.
She finished. She
It's
did the U size tab.
humongous.
It's
I
it's
can't
the
It
even-
won't be
U size.
long.
Like, it's... there's one end.
I did the crochet one, but I don't have it. I gave it to my son,
Here's
his
the other
roommate.
I'm gonna do that one.
And
That's
then
amazing.
I have. Here's my knitted one. It's really small because I only have like 5 sections done. But,
Wait, which way
Yeah.
is this going?
so
Oh, this way.
Okay.
so what else has everybody been up to? What have you been up to, Lynn? Besides dyeing that new
Doing
colorway that's so pretty. I can't hear her.
You're
Lynn,
muted.
I
Hang
unmuted
on.
you.
There
There you
you
are.
There you are.
That's the second
gonna
time
be-
I unmuted you. That's weird.
Oh my god. Okay. So I took a nap, and this is my hair.
Look
Dude.
at us.
Dude.
Seriously, look at us. You know,
I
hair's
gave up.
not something we worry about.
I am still on a high from last night's live stream.
I haven't watched
Carrie
it yet.
It's-
and Maria. It was fabulous. It was so good to
yeah.
see Maria again.
I
So
haven't
good.
watched it yet. I didn't
I
have
had to
time.
quit early
watch
because
stuff.
it was just too late. But yeah,
I know. Well,
My
but
husband
she
made
was
me watch this dumb movie.
what?
you know,
I watched a dumb movie, and I'm sorry, J-Lo is fine in rom-coms, but she is not believable as a robot fighting badass scientist. I'm just saying. With so much makeup on, it's like I was waiting for it to melt off because she's on this fighting in this planet and all this makeup's caked on her, and she just really wasn't believable as the girl boss.
no.
Just saying.
Okay. Well,
But
Well,
you know,
well, when you get a chance, please go watch deprogram Perry Smith last night's
Yeah.
live.
it was
It
good.
was terrific.
oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
It was so good. Yeah.
Oh,
I it started at 11 and I'm like,
oh yeah.
you know, I tried to hang in there and I was just like, I gotta go.
Well, you know, somebody in Craftsnart's already complaining, so it must have been good.
Mm-hmm.
For
It
real?
cracked me up.
They weren't in the
Yeah.
chat though. They weren't in the chat
No.
because I was keeping an eye out. That's why I went on there because I was
Which-
keeping an eye out.
Which cracks me up because evidently people in Craftsnart pay attention to Carrie.
Right? Like why?
Good.
She
But I
can
didn't.
knit. Yes, she can. You're dumb.
And the comment really annoyed me because it made it seem like all Maria does is run around and go on conservative podcasts. This is the
She
first time
hasn't
she's
been
been on
on
anybody's in years.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
You
But
know,
people are
some
dumb.
people have nothing better to do
Mhm.
than to complain with their lives. I understand.
Yeah.
I used to have no life also.
well,
I get it. Yeah.
if
I
they
had
spent
somebody-
half the time complaining, knitting, they would get a lot more done. Just saying.
Right?
I had somebody come after me this week. Some on Instagram. I don't even. It wasn't even knitting. It was something else. And I made a comment because you're allowed to do that so far. And I had probably 50 people like my comment, but you got the 10 people or something that got to say something shitty. And I'm like, I'm out to dinner. I'm doing things. I'm watching stuff. I'm, watching sports. I'm doing stuff. And then I see the notifications. I'm like, you guys really are serious about this shit? Because I'm not. I just post something. That's my opinion. And then they got to come after you. And I'm like, I don't even care what people say afterwards because you shouldn't have to.
I've barely been on Instagram. I just don't have the energy for it because I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to think.
It's hard to do, isn't it?
Mhm.
It is, and I just want the knitting content and some
Right.
other people that I follow that I don't want all the vitriol and the complaining and like I can watch the news if I want to hear that.
Right.
You could just
You
be
know.
like me, Liz, and just scroll through hilarious reels at
Yeah.
in the middle of the night when you should be trying to go to bed.
Well,
Oh,
I've been
I
getting
love
those on YouTube, and I'm really sick of the Chicago dance one on TikTok because that keeps popping up in my YouTube. and it's really
Chicago
annoying.
dance.
I don't even
You
know.
know,
what
it's
it
a
is.
it's a song for it's a song from the musical Chicago. They both reached for the gun, and it's a little dance that goes with it. And every time I open YouTube, there's another short with someone doing the dance.
Oh, I
It's
haven't
like,
seen that.
And my real feed is it's a mix of dark humor and borderline mostly just dark humor.
I would expect nothing less from you, Morgan.
And spiders. Yeah.
It's
That too.
spiders.
Oh, speaking of which, so I went to
Oh,
the
boy.
zoo
Here we go.
yesterday.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
I went to the Milwaukee County Zoo. It was me, my mom, both my brothers, and my boyfriend. And we all went, and I gotta say, as like a kid, the gift shop and whatnot used to be like a lot better. they've like downsized and whatnot, and it's kind of all like more for like younger kids or whatever. But as soon as I saw this, wait, where's my camera? There it is. As soon as I
Aw.
saw this little
Aw.
tarantula thing, I'm like, as dumb as it is for,
Cute.
a 25-year-old to still, get stuffy, I'm like, I don't care. I'm coming home with this one. So yeah, but it was pretty good. There was a lot of stuff that was closed though, which was kind of disappointing because they're doing a bunch of like renovations and whatnot. But it was still fun to go though. But yeah, we saw a lot of cool stuff. There was because of course the reptile and amphibian and fish center is my favorite part of the whole thing. So we were walking through there, and then like towards the end there was a tarantula on display, and it was a Brazilian black. And so it was like fully grown, and it was pretty. Saw a lot of cool snakes, stuff like that, tree frogs, all that kind of cool stuff. But yeah, it was a good time.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Pirate's in the house. Hey, Pirate.
Pirate.
Hi, Pirate. Long time no
Pirate.
see.
We
Yeah,
gotta talk fantasy football.
Yeah, I just, I'm going to watch Murray and Carrie. It's just, even watching knitting podcasts sometimes, I'm just so tired of the minds, do I watch somebody? Are they going to be knitting a Kamala shirt? Like, I'm so much in, just the zone of certain podcasts that I watch because there's not enough time to watch everything. And I don't want to spend my time where I might get somebody who's just annoys me. And everyone has a right to disagree. I don't have a problem with that. I think we need to do more discourse, but I also think I don't want to spend the little time I have watching somebody waste, which I would consider wasting their time knitting something that chances are they're never going to wear. Though I did like the Craftsnark commenting on the placement of her face on that shirt, because
I did see
it's
that.
like across the bellies instead. I guess because if her face was higher, it'd be across people's boobs and it'd be distorted. And I just found
their bellies aren't fat either.
Right.
I just had, I said right when everything went down last week. Well, a lot of things went down, but I was like, and I wanted to say it on Craftsnark, but I just can't be bothered to deal with those people. I was like, they got rid of Deplorable Knitter for her Build the Wall hat. Well, now apparently Kamala wants to build the wall. So are we okay with the hat? It's not misogynistic. It's not xenophobic anymore. I guess.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
well, she's for the wall and fracking and against electric vehicles, and she's well, there's a ton of Trump patterns on Ravelry. Most of them are derogatory, but not all of them.
Right.
Which I'm surprised, which to me is a good sign.
Yeah.
Because it means that they're not
over everything.
I mean, there's plenty of nasty ones, but there's more none than there used to be. So to me, that's a good sign that they're not policing it anymore and that people aren't calling them out all the time. So, I don't know. I'm just...
So I know
something's going to happen before November, and it worries me. So
Yes.
I'm trying not to be worried by focusing on other things.
What were you saying, Morgan?
So I know I was a little bit late, but what's everyone working on?
Messing up.
I'm working on the rib lace raglan for that thing for Neil.
Thing. The thing.
Yeah,
The
the thing. And I did
Thing.
mess it up. So I need to pull back to my safety line. But that's on me. Because whatever. It happens. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Whatever, Pirate.
Yeah.
Sure. You're right. No, you're right. I know something they're planning something and
I
it's
think
gonna
so
happen
too.
before November, and it worries me. And though I'm really not worried about West Nile virus because we don't have a lot of standing.
I'm not worried about monkeypox. I'm not worried about
So I'm not really worried about that here because we don't have mosquitoes to bite people to get it from, so I'm not too
Like
worried about
birds
that.
over
But
here.
We have mosquitoes, and I'm still not worried about it. So there you go.
you know, I mean, I just think something's going to happen. So
I
Yeah,
currently,
so
right now, have 6 bites on my arm from going out and turning my sausages on my grill last night. 6. I'm still alive, so I'm okay.
I think I heard if you hang like pieces of Irish Spring, it gets rid of them. They don't like the smell of it.
Where do I
Ooh,
get that?
The
How
soap.
can I buy that in bulk? Oh,
right? I gotta go.
Yeah,
that is
because
so
I
gotta
saw a
go
thing
to
on Pinterest.
Amazon.
I saw a thing on Pinterest that they would put chunks of Irish Spring around and it
Okay.
keeps the bugs away. I
I'm
don't know if it
willing to
works.
do that. Yes.
I'd try it.
So,
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter.
so Lynn has a bunch of new colorways that she's tempting us with because she's mean.
They're not really new. The
No,
Yarn
but
budget money is what it
the
all
lavender
Well, you-
rose and yeah.
no, but the Monster Mash is new, and your Bird of the Month is new, and
Oh,
know.
I haven't shown the bird of the month. That's still drying at the shop.
but
I
it'll be a
did.
new one. So
It will be. It will be the bluebird of happiness. So this is. I finished this. This is the knitting the national parks
Mhm.
hat.
Ooh.
ooh, pretty.
This is, of course, the ends aren't woven in. There are 10 colors in this,
Ooh,
and this
that's
is
pretty.
actually 11 if you include that little guy, my little knots. Rocky Mountain National Park. There we go.
Oh, nice,
That's
very
cute.
cool.
So these are supposed to be aspen leaves on the blue background with the different greens, and then of course the
Pretty.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that Trump movie's it's releasing in October. It says some nasty things about him and his ex-wife that she's, debunked before she died. So it's just,
Oh, okay.
Ivanka.
yes, and I'm really mad because I really like the actor who's playing Trump, and I'm mad that he's doing that. So
Well, you know what, Dan? I can't believe I have to actually agree with something Danica Patrick said. She was the failed NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
And she came out and said, they want to go after Trump for his side chicks, and they think he had side chicks and this and that. But they're going to vote for the chick that was actually a side chick. And that's okay.
Well, yeah.
So
And
what are you doing?
Side chick whose boss admitted that he promoted her because
Yes.
of her.
Yeah.
Not her.
Her
How
embouchure.
should I? Let me put it. Not her stenographer talents. How's that?
Yeah, she takes.
Her
No,
embouchure.
let's not go there. No.
I mean, he admitted it, so and her husband's a louse, the progressive sex symbol.
Oh, he's
Doug
so
Emhoff,
gross.
who
He's a
cheated on his
sex
first
symbol.
wife with the nanny and had a kid with her. So he's
So
kind of
She likes
scummy
to
too.
procreate.
He's kind of scummy too.
he kind of.
So I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
I just want it done with, because it's just a mess.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Don't we all?
And
I'm tired of the ads. I'm tired of,
I'm tired
not
of
watch
reading
anything. Yeah.
all the lies that are so blatant that even
Why
the
is
mainstream
it-
media are calling out now that Kamala worked at McDonald's when she never worked at McDonald's. Who lies about working at McDonald's? I mean, why would you lie about
McDonald's.
that?
And that dickhead, I was in Afghanistan. No, you weren't. And it's
yeah.
so easily provable that why
Well,
are you
everything he said has been a lie. Like
everything?
he said he was honored by the Chamber of Commerce. He wasn't. He said he wasn't drunk in his drunk driving. He was. He claimed he didn't know that they were being deployed before he left it, but he did know. They were told before he left.
I mean, everything that guy says is a lie.
He's creepy. He gives me Predator vibes, that one. I'm sorry.
He's
creepy.
like Hillary's VP. That guy. He's just Ugh.
Oh yeah, Tim Kaine.
Tim
yeah.
Kaine.
That
yeah.
that weird smile. Yeah,
Tim
and then
Kaine,
Kamala's weirdo stepdaughter with her
Yeah.
weirdo fiber art.
They're weird. They're weird.
Oh wow, Senko Farms.
What's happening?
Biden in blue with the yellow Walmart symbol. Live worse, pay more.
The worst thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Accurate.
No, I'm just, I just want to know where we are.
So I would like everyone to know that I have my little sweater living in this bag.
Oh, I
Nice,
have one of
Metternich.
those.
I do too.
one?
Boy,
It's in my other room.
count yourself lucky. Those will never be ever out again.
I have, yeah.
Exclusive.
You've got an OG vintage Murder Knits bag.
I know, I have one. I have
love
one. Murder Knits is moved on.
Oh, and I have a mug.
Hold on.
I have a mug too.
I have a mug. I have a mug.
Da-da-da-da. But the
have
handle
one.
broke
I need
off,
my-
so it's my pencil cup.
Yep.
We'll just wait for Cabot Cove Knits merch. And then
I know.
put it
I
on
was
there.
thinking of. You know how we used to do the summer murder? I was thinking
Yes.
of doing a winter in Cabot Cove, and this is only because I don't want Neil to participate because he hates watching Murder She Wrote. But you have to.
That's not American.
Murder.
Oh, well, he's not American.
Tabitha, I'd make sure he's done with those charts for you before you.
Yes.
Oh yes, I already have those.
Oh, okay.
I have all those. I got those.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I thought it'd be kind of fun since I'm on Instagram. Yes, they are.
Yeah, we are.
Shut the hell
Yes,
up.
we are. Yes.
Yeah, I did follow the Telus trial. That was crazy.
I did not. What is it?
I did. Politician.
Wait,
murdered-
Morgan, what are you showing me right now? Morgan.
Okay, so this is the Morticia shawl.
Nice.
That is
Yay!
Nice.
Very pretty.
It's very pretty.
The yarn doesn't really show up very well on
No.
camera, but it's a
Very
bit more like gold than it's kind of. I mean, it
That's
kind of comes up a little
pretty.
bit, but yeah.
And
I was
Our
like, I gotta
lovely
do one or the
Tabitha-
other.
designed that.
Yes.
It's in one of the issues of Blocked. I don't know which one.
The
Trace
one
did
where I'm on the
spreadsheet.
cover.
That's true. Just look for the one where she's on the cover.
Oh, with that beautiful, beautiful red.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
love that red.
Yeah. that is gorgeous.
So since I'm back on Instagram, I thought we could do a summer of murder, but a winter in Cabot Cove, where you watch Murder She
Nice.
Wrote and you knit on whatever. And since Neil hates it, he won't watch it. I'll never have to send him anything.
Okay.
See?
That's the
I've
way
never
to,
watched
to,
Murder,
to,
She Wrote.
n- to cut down on international shipping. You've never watched Murder, She Wrote?
No.
It's a
It's
generation
It's on
thing,
Hulu,
Tab.
isn't it? It's on Hulu, isn't it?
No, it's on. Well,
It's on.
if you have Peacock, it's on Peacock. But if it's free on Amazon's Freebie,
Yeah.
Freebie,
Okay.
whatever.
Freebie.
But
Freebie,
it's
yeah.
the you don't get to pick out which one. It's like on its own channel.
Oh, so
Right.
it's like kind of like it just plays like random ones.
No, well, it goes in order of the whole series, and then it
Oh,
just
okay.
starts back over. Same with Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dog the Bounty Hunter also has his own channel on Freebie, and so we go back and
Oh,
forth between Murder She Wrote and Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I heard it.
With him, Pirate, because he does not like Murder, She Wrote.
He's a weirdo.
You got to get past the cheesiness because that's
love
the
it.
whole point of loving it.
But
Love
it's not cheesy. It's just the way 80s shows were.
This is
You know,
true.
it's just,
I mean, I watched other
love
80s
I
shows
like-
that I like.
I like watching older 80s and 90s detective shows because they don't have cell phones, and so they actually have to detect and find out things, like real.
Like Remington Steele.
Yeah,
Moonlighting. Moonlighting.
Moonlighting.
Okay,
Those
so this is
big
it so far.
shoulder pads. Woo! Love the shoulder pads.
David
So it's
Addison
big,
is
but-
an absolute gem.
Yes.
And I remember
Um,
it from when I watched it first off, and and I'm just
Oh.
like, yeah,
The old Magnum.
yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
No other men can carry. No other man than Tom Selleck can carry off 80 shorts. I'm just saying.
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Oh, the OP shorts and the jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hot.
Okay.
And now every Wednesday, Blue Bloods is on. So
I know they're
Yeah.
canceling. I think they're ending that after this season or something like that.
Oh, no.
we love Donnie Wahlberg.
I like Will
I-
Estes too.
I think he's a better actor than his brother. I watched that movie with him and Halle Berry the other day on Netflix, and it was okay. It was a little different, but I don't think he's as good an actor as his brother is. And every time I see him without a shirt on, I think of Marky Mark, and it ruins
Yes,
it for
in
me.
the Funky Bunch. Yeah.
Yep.
World.
This is a knitting channel, not a thirst channel. Okay,
No, it's
pirate.
not. Okay. Well, why are you watching there, Pirate?
He's knit worthy. He has lots of knitted items from people in America.
Yeah, he's knit adjacent. Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be winter. That means Pirate can wear his knits.
I can't wait for fall here when it really starts cooling down.
Sorry.
I
Can
want
you
to
do
break
that?
out all of the
No.
sweaters.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
mean
we-
no?
No.
Fall.
It's September
We don't have that.
fall.
We don't have that. Yeah,
I never
Donnie
even got
Wahlberg was
right,
good.
Morgan.
He was great in Band of Brothers. I think he's a better actor than.
I didn't see
Marky.
Band of Brothers.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, there's a lot I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't see stuff.
You know, I just
I
started.
don't go to the movies anymore because it's too expensive, and
Yep.
I have a big TV, and I wait till I can watch it on my big TV.
Yep.
I just finished my third run through of Schitt's Creek, and
I still need to watch that.
now
too.
I'm on my third watch of Gilmore Girls because it's September, and you have to watch the
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls. It's just
Yeah.
so goofy.
I started watching Murder, She Wrote from the beginning, and I had forgotten the first episodes, and they were kind of corny, but they get better.
Start, yeah. I finished Schitt's Creek this week, and I'm sad because,
Did you cry?
yeah, I kind of did, and then I was like, yeah, but I still have to talk like Moira. So how am I going to do this? You know,
You have.
yeah,
to.
it was.
Yeah.
It was so good
I've been watching
in a
with
completely goofy, just ridiculous way. It was so good.
I've been watching with my boyfriend. We've either been watching like Criminal Minds just on different random episodes because we've both seen it, multiple times, all the way through. So we'll just go back and sometimes just watch that. But I hadn't seen Supernatural before,
No, I
and he
haven't
has,
seen it.
several
Oh, God,
times.
there's
And so he's like, "You gotta watch Supernatural." So we've been going through Supernatural, and I actually like it. I mean, I also like, both the
Well,
actors.
I don't think any
especially,
of us
but-
speak Dutch, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, it's not a language I've learned or I've tried to learn.
No, not yet. But you're still
Wait.
young.
One of
Are you-
these days, though.
Ooh,
Are you dating the same guy, Morgan?
Tomsky, I'll watch
Dean?
Columbo with you.
The same
I
guy?
like Columbo. Columbo's
yeah,
good.
mhm.
Oh, I love Peter Falk with his.
Isn't that what Anna Nitta watches? Anna Nitta. Anna Nitta. She Knitter. Whatever.
Yes.
She watches Columbo every night, I think.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
Is his thing.
I like the old shows. I love Rockford Files.
Yes.
Love Rockford Files. All those old, Emergency, all that stuff.
Oh, Emergency was my favorite show growing up.
Mhm.
Emergency and Adam 12.
Station 51,
And-
KMG 360.
Yep, I have all the
Chips.
videos of that.
Because I'm a dork.
Chips, I just have I was watching a thing about that, and you realize that they never ever fired their guns in the entire show. They only pulled him a couple times, and they never fired their guns. So
I
I
had
find
a,
that pretty funny. Johnny Gage was awesome.
I had I liked Quincy.
Quincy was.
Oh, I loved Quincy. That
I
was
had
a
an
good show
EMT
too.
once. The EMT, his name was, honest to God, Eric. Estrada, spelled exactly the same way.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
We were in Long Beach, California at the time. So,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah.
Well, you know, the guy who plays their captain or sergeant is Chris
Yes.
Pine's father. Is
Oh.
actor Chris Pine's father, Robert Pine, yeah.
Robert Pine.
And
Yep.
yeah, you don't know it, you don't realize it till you see a picture of them together and they
Right.
have the same eyes and everything. Oh, the theme from Rockford Files was good.
That's the best. I love it. That was like on the charts in the 70s. Like that was a major radio tune.
Did you play it in
Mhm.
band? We played it in band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked
That was
the old
major.
70s shows.
70s
Starsky
shows
and
were the
Hutch.
greatest.
Mainly
Three's
because I
Company.
loved the car and Starsky and Hutch. That was my main thing.
Starsky and Hutch was awesome. Dukes of Hazzard. You
Yeah,
know,
I can't.
all the old.
Heck,
I
I
like
liked
watching
the
the
A-Team.
Jeffersons with my mom.
The
Moving
A-Team.
on up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brady Bunch, and we'd watch like All in the Family sometimes. I don't know like what other
All in the
ones you
Family
have
was
on.
great.
Oh, every week we watched All in the Family. Every single
Everybody
yeah.
did.
Good.
yeah.
And the Jeffersons and Good Times and yeah.
And
Hey,
Fat
hey,
Albert
hey.
on Saturday mornings.
Hey. Yeah, I grew up on Fat Albert and
Albert. Yep. And all this Sid and Marty Krofft stuff.
Yes.
Land of the Lost.
Ugh.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
Oh, I hated those too.
And Chaka. Yeah.
Slee Stacks. Yeah.
Knight Rider. Yeah, the talking
Knight
car.
Rider. Yeah.
Oh, I loved Happy Days too.
Happy Days. The Vernon Shirley.
Where Mork got his start.
Yeah. Mork from Ork.
Mork from Ork.
Yeah, that was just a little spot.
It was so good.
Mr. T. I loved the A-Team because I loved Mr. T.
Mr.
He
T.
was a legend.
He was, yeah.
Taxi was good too.
Taxi
was
was
great.
amazing. I feel like Taxi was ahead of its time. Like you could probably do Taxi now and people
And it would hold
get
up.
it more, like base people would get it more, you know.
Taxi would hold up.
Yeah, I think it would.
Then there's, all the good Law and Order, the original one, which was and
SVU.
The Wire and
The Wire.
I never liked SVU as much as the others because I don't like when they the kid crimes.
Yeah. No, I know.
It has to be SVU with Elliot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I liked SV Law and Order Criminal Intent because I love Vincent D'Onofrio because he's such a good actor.
Yeah.
Bone
I
was
think he's
good.
kind of a jerk in real life, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was all those shows, in the 70s like The Love Boat where everyone guest starred on it.
Well, we were talking about that. We were talking about
Fantasy Island.
Yeah. There used to be shows where all of the people, the celebrities, didn't have their egos and they would go on Match Game. They would go on Love Boat. They would go on all the different shows. Battle of the Network Stars was one of my favorite
Oh my
shows.
God, I remember that show. We used to watch it. Would be on
so
Saturday
good.
nights.
Because
when
they
would do
all got along. They were on different networks, 3 networks, but they were all like, oh, here's my friend. They would get their pictures made together.
Sure,
And
Tomsky. I got to rewatch it first, though. Because it's
The
been so long
Wire.
since I've seen it.
Okay, dude, I'm from Maryland. So, yeah, The Wire is a thing.
Yeah, we can do a stream talking about it. I got to rewatch it.
I love
It's
The
been a
Wire.
while. Yeah, the
And-
original
And
MacGyver.
Homicide, yeah.
And Hill Street. Oh, I loved Hill Street Blues. That was my mom's favorite show.
Yeah.
We watched that
St.
together
Elsewhere.
with with the alligator in the sewer. And that was such a St. Elsewhere. There were a lot of good dramas where
L.A. Law.
it was less about
Every
who they were.
Thursday night.
Well, the
I
thing was,
watched that.
I mean, granted, there was always going to be some sex going on, but a lot of it was more the other drama than just, who's sleeping with who, which made him a lot more depth to the shows.
What's that one with the commish? That was good.
Oh, the commish, that was good. Yeah.
That was good. All those ones. There was a lot of ones that
Solid
came
gold.
out
Yeah.
when we were in horse racing, and I used to go to bed at 8:00 because I had to be at the barn at 4. So I didn't watch a lot of adult TV. By adult, I mean just regular people TV. So I'm catching up with the
Just to clarify.
not the blurry shit on your cable channel when you're 13. You know.
Oh, Cinemax.
Cinemax, yes, not Cinemax. Yeah, no, not that.
Oh, Ironside, yes, and also Perry Mason. I loved Perry Mason.
Yes, yeah, all those. Yeah. So now I'm trying to catch up with Rescue Me, which is really good. You know, all the stuff that was on during the 90s and 2000s that I didn't get to see because I was sleeping.
Well,
and so it's fun to catch up.
I like the courtroom shows where it's a lot more about the courtroom and less about, you know, their private lives, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where the case, you know, the dramas and the cases and their clients and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's more interesting than watching which lawyer's sleeping with which you know, paralegal.
Yeah, like Ally McBeal. Yeah. That was more less
Barry Manilow had a guest spot on Ally McBeal. That was funny.
Of course he did. But
I liked when Barry
John
White was
Bon
on.
Jovi, so you know.
I liked when Barry White was on and sang.
Barry White, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. I am losing my stitches.
Anyway.
It's not a good thing.
WKRP in Cincinnati, Gary Sandy.
Yes.
I loved Gary.
My elementary and my junior high and my high school. He is from my hometown.
I loved WKRP.
Yeah.
That was
As
so
God
good.
as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yep.
That's
was
my
a
favorite
great
episode. That
The
one and the
turkey
one
drop.
about that one in the episode about the shooting at the
Yeah.
where the kids died at the concert from being squished
Oh yeah.
because it happened in real life, and so
Yes.
they did it on the episode, and it was so well done because they
And
actually
the Who.
called I can't remember which band it was.
The Who.
The Who, yeah, and
Who.
they actually talked to the Who and had their permission to do the episode.
Yes, there's now a plaque there at Riverfront Stadium where that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the episode was really well done because no one was talking about it on TV shows because,
Right.
you know, it was negative. And they said, you know, this is what our show is. It's about concerts and music. It would be wrong if we didn't address it. So I thought that was really well
yeah,
done.
it was a radio station. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was good.
Okay. So I pick up all my stitches? No, I missed one.
So Morgan, I have a
What are you
question
working
for
on?
you.
Oh, yes.
How much yarn did you use for the Ugly Cat shawl? Or how
Oh,
much yarn have
God.
you used?
It was, well, okay, so I used quite a few minis. I think at least, let's see, wait, hold on. Let me grab it and just go through. Ooh, let's see, which one was a mini and which one wasn't. Hold on. So I'll go through, all right, so I know this first one was a mini. These first 4 were minis. Then this was from Stash. Let's see. Mini. Let's see. Mini and well, but see, like the thing was that like I couldn't even use up a full 20-gram mini because even though I went down a needle size, it was still like too much. So I had to like so like some of these wedges weren't like entirely the same. Like I had to like supplement like with other yarn. I mean, just the neutral color alone, I know I used at least 3 skeins of fingering weight yarn. And then I had some in Stash before that was like, yeah. And then, actually, it's probably more than that. I'm going to say just in the neutral, probably around maybe like $4.50. I mean, basically, yeah. And it's like I had stuff in stash that was, like I'm trying to think like if I actually used up any like full stash with
Have you
this
weighed it?
thing. No, I haven't weighed it. Well, because I just have this tiny little kitchen scale, so like I don't know
No.
how I'd weigh it.
Put a box on, or put a plate or something on it, and tear it out, and then just fold it and put it on
But
top.
okay, I'll show you this thing folded. Okay,
Never
hold
mind,
on.
yours
Let
is
me
giant. Never mind.
Hold on. Let me just fold this for you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just fold. Oh Lord, I can't even. Hold on. I might have
Well,
to
I
stand up
used a
for a second.
lot
Hold
more
on.
on the crochet version than Neil did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So this is just what it is, folded in half.
Oh, good Lord.
Can't
Tabitha, are
even
you
like.
going to ever finish yours?
Well, I bought that Knitpicks palette box. I have,
How
what
much
is
is in
it?
each one?
I have 4,600 yards of blues and greens.
So I think so because I'd say like if in each of the minis, if there was probably another, let's see, 20. I mean, like 20 grams would get me almost a full wedge. So I'd say like if like the minis were maybe like another like 10 or 15 grams more, I think I would have been okay to actually complete a wedge with one. So I think you'll be good if depending on like how much each like
Well,
ball
okay.
is in there.
So how many grams do you think is in a wedge? Just roughly.
Okay, roughly I'm gonna guess I'll just be like I'll make it probably a little bit more than probably I'll say like 40 grams.
Okay, and there's like 33 wedges total, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So it's like 1,300 plus yards.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you got way plenty if you got 4,000 yards, Tab.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Hold on. Not done folding this thing yet. Hold on. We're nearly there.
Someone said step on a bathroom scale by yourself and then get on with the shawl.
What?
Right? Like,
No, thank you. I'm good.
I avoid that at all possible.
Right?
I forget I have one because I block it out of my mind and I don't look at it. So
Right. I don't bother to step onto it unless I'm,
That thing
having
lies.
one of those days.
It's like a swatch. It lies.
Okay, here we go.
Totally.
So this is
The more times you
folded.
step on the scale, though, the more that you break down those springs. So that's why it lies.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Just saying. So,
Lynn's
You will
life
submit.
hacks.
Yes.
my goodness, that's thick.
I know. And I was thinking about taking this
Wow.
to work with me in the winter, just being in the back, just at my desk, just snuggled up back there. But see, then the problem is that there's a good chance that I might fall asleep too. So don't want that to happen.
No.
Or you can just make sure you have it in your car in case your car breaks down in winter, because then you'll
Right.
be fine.
That too. Windy here, because
Yeah, we know. I know.
Oh, I do too. Unfortunately.
It's
I
coming.
really hope it. I know. It's like I always keep hoping that it's not going to be like a real bad winter, but then it always just makes it like it's always just worse
I just
every year. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, it's
did
not
I
you.
ever? So
hate it.
did I ever show you guys that Humorous thing?
Yes, that was cute.
Oh, I did. Okay.
I don't show it to Tabitha because she wasn't here, and
Okay. Yeah. Let me find a picture.
she's gonna have
of it
a
real quick.
Needs to see
child
it.
who would want it.
So I started making
Oh,
it
yeah.
for myself. I was using. Let's see if I have the yarn handy. Oh, I do.
Oh, this might be
So
yeah.
I got this yarn, which is not the size that the pattern recommended, but I wanted it to be bigger, so I got this yarn. I will never work with this yarn ever again. It's
I
the
worked with that one
Bernat.
time.
yeah, it resists on itself, and it was such a pain in the rear end. I was gonna say something else, but then
Yeah,
I
I
stopped.
agree.
So
You
yeah,
could say
never again.
patootie. You could say pain in the patootie.
Lid, I was thinking something else entirely, but you know. Let's see, where is the picture of it? But anyway, my boyfriend saw me working on it, and he's like, "What are you working on?" And I showed him the picture of what it was going to look like finished. I said, "But this is going to be a bit bigger." And he goes, "I want a Stegosaurus." And then I was like, "There's no way I'm ever going to make this thing again with that yarn." So I just ended up giving it to him, and he was very, very happy.
Yeah.
If I could find the stupid picture, though, that would be.
I found out my
fantastic.
son's roommate crochets, and she's been using that yarn to do the finger crochet blankets. She can regular crochet too,
Oh,
but
here it
she's
is.
been making blankets that way. Okay, here, I'll make it bigger so we can see the picture.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, that's cute.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Now, in like the pattern, I mean, it looks a bit like, you know, again, because like the yarn's so huge, and then it's like you're trying to, you know, crochet. I'll just never use that yarn ever again, to be honest with you. But I definitely want to make like more stuff like that though. But I'll just use the regular. But it was so weird. Like I went to Michael's to go get the yarn, and they didn't have like just in the regular like blanket yarn, like they didn't have the colors that I was gonna need. So I was like, all right, well, screw it. I guess I'll just get, you know, the larger yarn because they had the actual colors that I was gonna need. So I was like, all right, never mind. Let's do that. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun crochet project. You know, something because I hadn't really crocheted much in a while, so I just was like, all right, this is a nice quick crochet project.
I want to make that crochet basket thing.
Oh, the one that Shauna Stitches made?
Mm-hmm. Every time I see, you know, she shows hers, I kind of get a little bit of FOMO. Like, oh, I want to make one of those.
She said it's an easy pattern.
Well, I'm all for easy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's a stash buster.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, crochet toys aren't too bad, honestly. I mean, it depends on like the pattern, but really, it's not real bad.
Uh-uh.
No, it just depends on the pattern.
Yeah.
So.
I see a lot of people on YouTube that are crochet people, and they go to, you know, markets and sell their stuffies.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like if they can do it, anybody can. You know, like it's not hard.
I've kind of thought about trying that, honestly, but then I think, do I really want, like, do I really have the time and the energy to put into it?
Well, here's the thing: do you want to make the same
and then
thing
I
over
realized,
and over again?
No. Well,
Right,
that's
it's the
just
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not good about doing that in general, so
Right.
yeah, probably ain't gonna happen.
And Neil would probably
But-
pay you not to, so that you could keep test knitting and crocheting for him.
Speaking of which, I finally hopped back on the bandwagon. It
Yeah.
was funny.
I
because,
just
like,
did.
you said,
I just finished mine. He doesn't need to hit me up for a bit. I finished one.
Well, like the funny thing was that like I volunteered for like the first one he sent, and then as soon as he sent the other one, I was like,
Snowballed. Yeah.
wait a minute, I like the other one better. I want to do the other one. And he's like, okay. I'm like, well, maybe I'll see if I can do them both. And he's like, I mean, if you want to challenge yourself, go for it.
He's
But I think
fine.
I'm just
He's
gonna
not.
shoot for doing
He's
the
not
one.
a jerk about it, though. You know.
Oh
No.
no! I mean, there's
He's
been
just like
been a
whatever.
few
If you
things
get it
now
done, you
that
get
I'm
it.
like,
No, he's fine.
oh yeah, no.
It's just fun to bust his balls. So, you know.
Yeah, since he's not here.
Right.
Wasn't he?
And
Wasn't
so
he
now-
making fun of? Wasn't he making fun of people who didn't stay up to watch Carrie Smith last night?
Right. He said, "Oh, you're wimps. Oh, you're sissies. You couldn't stay up past." Yeah, okay, what are you doing, dude?
I don't know.
Sleeping like a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, which projects do you have going, Tab? Now that you finished that lovely
Right
blanket.
now, I'm working on a new design for the next issue of Blocked magazine.
Really?
A very
Yay.
simple, no gauge, no nothing. Striped finger
Perfect.
weight cowl.
Okay.
Ooh,
Perfect for
pretty.
Halloween.
Nice.
But other than that, really haven't been knitting. I know it looks like I've been knitting because I finished those 2 blankets, but my mojo has been absolute horse shit.
Mm.
I
Mine
cannot,
too.
I don't know. I have a lot of stuff going on, but usually I'm like, well, I can just ignore life and knit, but I could not be bothered, and I hate that because I have so much I want to work on and so much I have
It's
to
almost
get
like you have.
done.
It's almost too much that you want to do, so you can't get focused in
Right.
on one thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I've been. The
It's
only reason
the
I'm pushing on this one is because I got a
paralysis. Yep.
time thing on it.
Yep.
I have 3 patterns that I need to get typed up and release into test knitters that I haven't done because I just haven't felt like it. It's like,
Yeah.
do I really want to sit down and grade these for sizes? And then
No.
it's like, no, I'll do that later. See, if I had someone who would
hoping
do
that
that for
was
me, it would, I'd be happy designing more if I could get somebody to grade them for sizes. That's the part that I hate.
my kids start school on Wednesday, so I'm hoping that, and now that I'm unemployed, I'm hoping that maybe I can figure my life out.
Why are you
Get back to
unemployed?
knitting more.
I mean,
Well,
you
Your
don't
job
because
doesn't exist anymore.
the school I was working at closed down due to low
Imploded.
enrollment.
Yes. Mm.
Ooh. How did I not know
Yeah.
that?
It's bad.
I haven't really. I didn't put anything on Facebook about it because I had friends with a lot of the people. Because I was the board of education president for some stupid reason. I got roped
Boy,
into that, and it
Bet
just
they regret that
blew
now
up in my
because you called
face.
them out on all their stuff.
Yeah, they do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. My kids went into a private religious school, and we should not have been open this last year, but we didn't find out how bad we were financially until it was like halfway through the year. And I told the church council, I said, you can't close it down halfway through the year. We have to scrape by and do what we can because that's not fair to these kids.
No.
This is an
Right.
elementary school. You can't shut it down. And I said, let us see if we can pull numbers and make it work for next year. And we could not. We were going to be in the hole 74 grand a year and we just had, every year since COVID, we've lost about half our population of students for one reason or another. And you just can't. Last year, our enrollment was 66, and then it went down midway through the year to 44. And then at the end of the year, we only had 22 students sign up for the next year.
Wow. That's
a
lot.
You can't. We weren't even going to pay wages.
Right.
So,
Well,
it's sad, but it's going to sound really bad because a lot of people lost. I mean, I worked so I could pay for my kids to go to private tuition, so I'm blessed in that it really doesn't affect us, financially. But it sucks, other people lost their jobs, but thankfully all the teachers got hired on teaching elsewhere.
Good.
And they're actually all of them got a raise. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine.
That's crazy.
I think all the kids have found placement. It's really sad. The school was in business for 30 years. And it's just, it's a sad situation, but I think it was needed. It feels like now when I go to church, although some people are mad at me, that there's kind of like a weight lifted off the church, that they're not having the school drag it down financially. Even though the church was supporting the school, it's really hard, to come up with another 10 grand a month to float something.
Right. Right.
And we're not a big church.
So are your kids going to a public school?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
It was not my decision. It was my husband's decision, and I am standing by him. but it's actually been a blessing. My Waylon has hearing loss in his ear, and we are now getting services at the public school that were not available to us at Christ Lutheran. We got to go in and meet the teachers, and the teachers gave us a personalized tour of the school. It's not even a mile away from us. I could walk, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. Because it's up and down a hill in the snow both ways.
I was gonna say you can't go both ways. Don't go both ways.
So I've met their teachers. We know the school, and there was nothing suspicious in the classrooms. I know half the teachers are conservative Christians. And it was a really good atmosphere. There's free breakfast and lunch, which I'm thrilled about because of this economy. I can't afford to feed my kids.
No.
I mean, so it's hard. It's a huge culture shock.
It'll be
Paisley's
fun.
going from a class of 7 to a class of 23, but still 23 kids in a public school classroom, I think is pretty low.
That's pretty small. Yeah.
To be fair, of all your kids, she's the one I worry the least about, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Paisley's going to be fine no matter what.
Paisley
she takes the world on her own terms.
And,
you know,
and she's going to be running the class anyway.
Right.
The world must conform to Paisley, not the other way around.
And
so I don't worry. I don't worry about her so much because she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they're going to a public school, and it's a huge change. Waylon has 20 kids in his class.
That's not bad.
First grade.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
But what's nice is that they pull the kids out. Like every kid that comes in the first week, 2 weeks, they do assessments and see exactly where they're at. And then they group those kids, and then some kids will get pulled out and go to a special reading group. Like Waylon doesn't know how to read at all. And so he'll get pulled out and he'll go be with the reading teacher for one-on-one time until he's up to where he needs to be. And they do that with small, like with math. That way it's not Waylon's by himself in this class and he doesn't know anything.
That's good.
They've really, I was very impressed and very skeptical, but I have a good feeling about it.
Good.
Middle school and high school, I'm fucked. But
yeah. Deal with that when
but you know what?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, but your kids, by then, they'll have been around being in a public school, and they'll know how to navigate their way through, and they'll be fine. You know?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
And they're going to meet good people and bad people. Well, and they're going to meet good people and bad people, and they'll learn how to deal with, both in the real world,
And you're there, and you're going to tell them, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be good. And it just means you'll have more time to knit.
Yes.
That's what Tom said. He's like, I don't know what I'm like, I'm not complaining. I'm just nervous.
Well, of course you are, but it'll be fine. Yeah. I saw this thing on Instagram one of the knitters did where she's waving her kids goodbye to go to school and all, teary-eyed and crying. And the minute they're gone, she shuts the door and pulls up her knitting, and she's just sitting there smiling with her tea and her knitting. We used to go out for margaritas after we dropped the kids off at school at this Mexican place by the school that was our place. And we would go with several of the other parents first day of school after we dropped the kids off. And then the last day of school, we would take the kids with us and for lunch after they got out half day. But first day, my son, he didn't even turn and wave. I'm bawling my eyes out. My first kid's going to school, and he just ignored me and walked right in.
Hi.
Like, he had no time for me once he saw all the other kids. I was like,
oh, yeah,
how it is.
For sure.
One of my first days, we were living with my grandparents at the time, and somehow, because I live next door to a girl who also went to the same school, so we'd get on the bus together. And I remember we got on the bus, and all of a sudden, I kind of thought for a minute we were kind of going a weird different way that I wasn't used to, but I didn't really think anything of it. And then I remember we finally showed up at school, and my mother and the other girl's mother were outside the school bawling their eyes out because it turns out they put us on the wrong bus. So we eventually
Don't tell me that shit, Morgan.
But it's all
That's
good.
Wisconsin. They're crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're we all we are kind of nuts over here, but
Oh.
The first I remember, I went to a church preschool, and then my brother started school, and then when he was in second grade, I started. And my mother told him, to watch out for me and make sure I got to class because we had to ride the bus, and it was the first time there was busing in North Carolina at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that we got off the bus, and he turned and walked away. I had no idea what my teacher's name was. I had no idea where I was going,
What?
so I just stood outside the school, and eventually the
Oh,
principal
that's
noticed me and asked me who I
crazy.
was and what grade I was supposed to be in, and she took me to my class. But no, my brother, he just forgot me and just left me, and I had no idea where I was going, and it was just very traumatic. And then my mom yelled at him, and
Oh,
he's like,
she
"Well, you
That's
should
my
have kept
biggest
up."
fear with Waylon, is that he'll not come in for recess. He'll want to
Yeah,
stay out and
Waylon.
play.
I can see what's happening with Waylon. I can.
I'm sure they
So
do a
I
head count. It's
drilled.
fine.
It'll be fine. It'll
Well,
be
Make
fine.
them like line
I
up.
drilled it. I drilled it in his head. I said, if anybody asks you, your name is Waylon, and you're in Mrs. Well, I'm not saying her name, but Mrs. Susie's classroom. And he'll tell me the other day, Mom, my teacher is Miss So and So. That way I know he knows who his teacher is, so he doesn't get lost.
Yeah, that's
They'll
a
make
good
them
thing to
line
do.
up when they
So
come in
cool.
from recess, so they won't miss them. They will leave them out there.
No,
It'll
my
be good.
daughter, she would hang out with my son and his friends, and she knew the kindergarten teacher when she started because she had hung out with them when we'd be parent monitors and stuff. So she just went right into class. She was fine. She found her desk. She got to the point where she was so bossy and went and stopped bossing the other kids around that the teacher moved her desk by her desk. And my daughter, instead of realizing she's being punished, she just told everybody she was special and got her own desk.
I
And
had
so
that
then all
happen
the
in high
other kids
school. Yeah.
and then all the other kids wanted their desks moved. So then the kindergarten teacher had to move the desks all around the room into separate
Mhm.
places. So each kid had their own little section by themselves. I was like, you're already causing trouble. But it was good
I
though
think
because
Paisley would do.
she became the aide because she knew where everything was in the school from her brother being there. So she knew where all the office was and everything. So anytime they needed somebody to take something somewhere, she would volunteer because she knew where to go.
Yeah.
But
I had that happen my senior year of high school. My first semester, I had this teacher, and he was so amazing. He was like one of those hard asses that everybody talks about, and then they love him. He was so amazing. And so my first semester, I sat in his desk was in the corner, and I sat in the opposite corner, way in the back, for the first semester. And then, so that was fine. And then the second semester, I got to class. I had him again for a different class, and I sat there. He's like, "Oh, no, you're coming up here next to me." And he sat me right in front of his desk. And he was so amazing. Like, I learned so much from him, just not just history, but personal stuff. He was so good. And that's the
yeah,
kind of teacher that you want your kids to have,
yeah.
are the ones that don't put up with your kids' bullshit.
Well, now it's
Now it's totally, this is 1984.
well, yeah. No, my
No.
teacher when I moved to New Jersey from North Carolina used to make me read aloud so the kids could make fun of my southern accent. So I learned really quickly to talk like a Yankee.
Yeah.
Hold on one
second.
It was actually kind of weird. I was going through like my books and whatnot because I realized I'm like I have so much stuff and I need to start like going through and actually organizing and getting rid of stuff that I don't use or And I had found one of my old notebooks that I used while I was still kind of in like my first like beginning years at UW Whitewater, and it was just funny. It's like on one page I had all my French class notes. Another page I had all my Arabic class notes, and then on like another page I had like world history notes. Like, you know, I was like, oh, good times, what I used to remember. And now it's gone.
So
Mostly
Yeah.
it's gone.
you have to use it, or you.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. It's like I don't use my Arabic very much. I don't speak
And
French
you
very
don't want to go
often.
to an Arabic-speaking country right now
You could
because.
just go. She could just go to Detroit and
I mean, I
Yes,
could
do.
head to
come to
Milwaukee.
come to Dear
That's true.
Boristan.
I
Yes.
thought that would. I thought that would be Somali though that you need to learn in Milwaukee.
Oh, well,
Well,
Minnesota has
depending
Somali.
on
Yeah.
where, but yeah.
But
But it was funny, like but it's like my Spanish even, is not as great as it used to be. But it's funny, we have like a cleaning crew that comes in, and they both know now that I speak Spanish, but at the time they didn't, and so their boss was with them and kind of showing them around, and I don't typically make it known that I can speak Spanish just because I don't always like, if this makes sense, like I don't always have the brain space to like, especially at like the end of the day, just after dealing with patients and whatnot, like sometimes my brain is just like, okay, nope,
Yep.
done for the day, no more. So it's like the last thing sometimes I feel like doing is like trying to think in Spanish and do, that
Mhm.
whole thing. But before though, like I had accidentally, like, I forget what the guy was saying in Spanish, but I had like looked up, as because I was like understanding, and I looked up and I forget what I started to say in Spanish, but then I kind of like caught myself like right in the middle, and then like the guy like looked at me and he goes, oh, hablas español, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, dang it. I'm
yeah,
like,
don't mind me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But,
if you do your winter in Cabot Cove, when are you thinking,
yes.
Cab?
I don't know. Winter here is like November to end of February.
Yes.
Here
Be
could be
Okay.
like
like
November
October.
1st through, what is it, February, March, end of
Yeah.
February.
Same
Okay.
here.
Okay, because there's this
Yeah,
month is
part about it.
pro-life knitter, let
Mhm.
them live knitting
Which I'm
thing,
working
and
on
then
socks. I'm working on socks.
yeah, I'm working on something at the end of the month that I got roped
Yes.
into for that, but we'll
I
see how
have
that goes.
socks.
And then I don't know if Ann and DK are doing anything after that. I don't know.
You don't know. You never know.
I don't know. We don't have any plan, do we, Therese? We don't have any knit alongs or
No,
anything.
I just do what people tell me to do.
Well,
And
Joe
even
hasn't been
I
here to
don't do
suggest
them right,
anything.
so whatever.
And then there's
So,
the
but anyway.
Who Done knit that Two Sisters and
Yeah,
Some
but
Form.
Yeah.
she's not going to do that till later in the year.
Yeah, that's
Like
She hasn't
like
written it yet.
like January's when she did it last year, isn't it?
I know, but she said she's not doing
December.
it till later
You might drag it
because
a little bit.
yeah, she said she's not going to do it till later in 2025.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm doing the
she's not ready to do it anytime soon.
Okay.
She still
I'm
hasn't
doing
written it.
the 80s. I love the 80s whatever, make along.
Make along.
Yes, with Crochet DHD.
I have yarn for that, and I haven't cast on yet. That's going to be a murder knit shawl because I have
Okay.
the yarn for it. But
Ooh, is it 80s appropriate yarn?
it's 80s appropriate. It's got some neon
Nice.
stuff. I'll have to dig it out, but I
I
have
cast-
that, and then I have to finish this by the end of the month.
Yeah.
And then
No. Oh,
I don't know.
next
We
month?
don't have a probably could be. I
Next
don't know. Do we
month,
have a date?
like Halloween-ish.
Do we have a date yet?
Yes, I believe Halloween is when the final.
Okay. Well, I have time then.
Yeah.
But I want to get it done because it's annoying me.
Yeah, because I got to take pictures and all that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
That part's going to annoy me.
yes, me too. Yes, because I have to enlist somebody else to help me, and I started a little sock for the babies.
Aw, for the babies.
For the babies.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Pro-Life
speaking of
Knitter
baby
on Instagram and Deplorable
Mhm.
Knitter and Politically Incorrect Knitters is doing a knit along for Let Them Live.
Mhm.
So, and they're also doing a fundraiser if you can't knit or crochet or don't have time to. they'll take, any kind of donations or anything. They'll be happy to
Yes.
have, because it's
Speaking
for the
of baby
babies.
stuff,
For the
Speaking-
babies.
speaking of the babies, here I thought at work I was, making, gifts for, one of the nurses, who's expecting.
Uh-huh.
Turns out since then, one of our doctors is expecting, one of the nurses in urgent care is expecting, and
Everybody's
now one of
having
the
babies.
doctors.
Yay!
Well, I'm just like, what? I'm like, maybe I need to stop drinking the water over here because everyone's,
Yeah, don't-
now expecting babies, and I'm like,
Yeah.
have to get working, and I still need to finish one of the, because that spider lovey thing that I was gonna do, because I have the booties finished. I just need to finish the spider lovey, but I don't know why, I just haven't felt like it, even though it won't take me that long to finish. I just
Yeah. That's the problem.
am procrastinating.
You just don't feel like doing it. Like, Therese,
But
did you ever
she's
finish that
due
sweater?
like
That one you
soon.
needed to sew together?
Oh no, it's sitting over there. Yeah, I'll get it done by next
Feel like
spring.
I'm looking at
I
it
wear
right
it. Yeah,
over there.
it's right.
Yeah. See, that's how I am. It's like, oh, I'm
I
so close
have
to being
I have
done.
a
I must
stack
start
of
something else.
shawls. I have a stack of shawls that need to be blocked. I have
I have so much.
that
need to be
sweater
blocked.
needs to be seamed. I have spinning that needs to be plied. I get to, oh, listen, so I have this. I talked about these last week, and I have mittens. Yeah, so look, I have mittens. This is it's Tabitha's favorite, Driftwood Farms.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I have these mittens that are fantastic. Hold on, I gotta get it over my.
I love
really
that color.
pretty red.
It's
I love that
red.
color.
Who doesn't need red mittens? But look how long will it take me to do the thumbs? The thumbs take no time at all. But guess what? They'll sit in here. They'll sit in my bag,
pretty.
and then I'll be like, "Ooh, my hands are cold. I need."
Wish I had mittens with thumbs.
Yeah, it would be nice if I had mittens. Yeah, well, finish them, asshole. Like, whatever. So, sorry, that's how I talk to myself.
Yeah, and isn't there a cow knitting pattern contest in Blocked too?
No, there is,
Did I
and
see
then
that?
Anne has a cow coming up. I have hand spun that needs to be done.
Yeah, I want to knit her new hat and cow pattern.
Yes,
I really like
want to do
those.
the cow at least.
Oh yeah, I finished
And a
that
cow.
hand spun for it too. I'm so excited.
I don't have hand spun because I don't spin, and I'm not starting because
Well, I could
I have-
send you some.
I was gonna say, I'll
No,
send
thank
you
you.
some.
no, thank you. I can't start another hobby. I have cross stitch. I have not.
I can
touched
send you a
in years.
freaking wheel, okay? I can send you a wheel. Like, I have plenty to spare. Like, I need and drop spindles. I need to get rid of my drop spindles. I can't do it because I have.
Just send me one of your little electric wheels, and I'll start with that.
Okay,
I don't have room for.
I'll send you an electric wheel. No, I have
But no,
so many wheels.
Honestly,
I
I don't have the brain power to start any more hobbies, even though I might want to. And I keep
gotta
seeing
sell
this
my
embroidery
spindles.
stuff, embroidery that I would love to start, and then
Aw.
yeah, weaving, and then
I had a cross. Oh, don't talk to me about weaving. Oh my god. I have
I
a
have so
cross
much cross stitch that
I
need to
had
do.
an idea for today, and I was telling David, and he just looked at me like, "When are you going to do this?" I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. It's on the list.
You can do it during winter in Cabot Cove because I'm sure Tabitha will allow cross stitch as long as you watch
Right.
Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah, I don't care. No,
She's
it's
not.
not.
She's not. Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. Knit whatever you want. Do whatever you want, but you have to watch Murder, She Wrote
Okay.
while you do it. That's it.
I can do that.
There's no.
What about
there's
do
no
audiobooks? Do audiobooks?
Oh yeah, you can do that too. You can listen to books.
Okay.
Murder, She Wrote books.
Okay.
Just
My
a
library
casual
has
thing.
those books, so or a lot of them, so I'm good. Yeah. I can watch them. I can do. Maybe I'll watch them and listen to something at the same time because I gotta. At this point, I have to multitask because nothing will get done if I don't multitask.
I did see.
Babies.
I did see a costume that made me think of Tabitha that popped up in my Pinterest the other day.
Uh-oh.
Elvira.
Elvira.
No,
Yeah.
Morticia.
Morticia.
Oh,
There you go. That's appropriate.
Yeah, it's Morticia. I saw that the other day, and it was before you started posting again. I'm like, oh, I wish I could show this to Tabitha. And then you posted, and I'm like, can't see, here she
There you
is.
are. There you are. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
just
Too much going on.
too much, and there are not enough days, and I need a wife.
I've also
You said
been
this
in the
last-
baking mood too. I've been like I've been baking a
Oh yeah.
lot. I just
I
made
haven't yet.
2 loaves of bread today and
Ooh,
two dozen bagels.
Wow.
I took 1 loaf and half a dozen bagels over to my boyfriend's place, and we made homemade roasted tomato soup, and then
Ooh.
we made grilled
Ooh.
cheese with the bread.
Yum.
Oh my lord, it was good.
Mhm.
And I was
Emily,
like, well, looks like I
Joe's
have bread.
okay. She's just busy. We're
She's
hoping to
fine.
get her
I miss
on.
Joe
She's
Bob.
She's just
working,
working.
and
She's working. Yeah.
Could
and
we
the
I did-
time difference is
Okay.
that too?
I did see a meme that made me laugh because it's the old lady in Titanic,
yes.
and
Yeah.
it's the greatest love story of all time. It said, "I slept with a homeless man and then let him drown."
Meanwhile, yeah, I saw another one that said, meanwhile, my family, I don't talk about them. I'm talking
I don't
about
talk about
this
it.
old guy, this homeless guy. Yeah.
I just saw that and it just made me
Crazy.
laugh. I found a knitting pattern for Caro if she ever starts knitting, and it's a skeleton shawl.
Oh, she'd like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh,
It's
Alyssa
double
would
knitted,
like
I think.
that, but she doesn't knit.
No, it's double knitted, I think.
Oh boy.
I've never done double
Jump
knitting.
right
I kinda like
in.
to try,
Yeah.
though.
I never have
Right.
either. And
Jump
then I
off
saw
the
this
deep
one. First woman on the moon. Houston, we have a problem. What? Never mind. What's the problem? Nothing. Come on, tell us what's the problem. I'm fine.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's
Don't worry
that's
about it.
so
It's
true.
fine. I'm fine.
That's so true.
You should just know.
Right. Why
Yeah,
don't you? Oh,
is
boy.
this the helpline for alcoholics? Yes, it is. Okay, so how do I make a mojito?
That's
That'd
an
be me.
Alexa thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's my jokes for today. But
Okay.
Did
yeah,
you
I
guys
had to
watch
laugh at the.
You were good.
Did you guys watch the one reel that I sent? The one where it's like they ask all like the people in the UK like if they could outdrink Americans or whatever, and the guy is like, "You've clearly never been to Wisconsin."
Wisconsin.
Right?
He's like, "They're built different."
Yeah. We
Yeah,
whatever.
my brother's roommate's brother is 18, and he's said he's never going to drink. He's not going to drink, but this weekend, I guess he decided he was going to drink.
Oh,
And
Lord. That probably
they
didn't end
kind of
well.
let him. They kind of tried to water down some of his shots. He's Russian, so the vodka he liked. Big surprise.
Yeah.
And they were like watering down his shots and stuff, but he got really sick and was sick all night. And they were just laughing because they've all been there and they're all past that point.
Mhm.
And my son said the funny thing is he didn't drink very much, but he's a twig and he's never had alcohol. So it hit him really, really hard.
Wow. Okay.
My brother, when he turned 21, because me and my brother are pretty, close. And he decided, rather than ask his older sister, who's, been down this road, before, no. Can't do that. I mean, I get not wanting to ask mom and dad. Like,
Right.
I get that. He could have asked me, but no. But sure enough, he goes out and he, does the classic thing of mixing, beer and liquor.
No.
No,
And he
do
went
it.
through.
Don't do it.
He went down the line of all the things that he had. I think he said he first started off with, I think, a Miller High Life.
No.
Was what he
No.
started
Oh,
off
God.
with.
No.
And I was like, Ian, I can't even speak to you anymore. But anyway,
Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer, have no fear.
well,
Yeah, and never mix wine and beer.
forth. He went back and forth. So he started with like a Miller High Life.
No.
Then he told me that he had, I forget what kind of shot it was. I forget if he said
Probably
vodka
something
or
sweet.
like what it was.
Yeah.
Then he said that he tried an old fashioned.
Oh.
I think he said he had
Now you're
one or
throwing
two of
whiskey in
those.
there.
Yeah, that's what my friend's roommate was
Brandy.
making.
Brandy.
She's a bartender.
Brandy.
And
Oh, brandy. Oh,
Yeah.
his
The
his one
Wisconsin
roommate's a
way,
bartender, and she's working a private party that they're serving old fashions. So that's how it started. She was making old fashions to practice, and that's what got him drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And then he said he went back
there's
to
rules,
beer.
and you have to follow them. You
He
have
said he did 7 shots of Fireball.
Oh, good
Ah.
lord!
And I'm like,
Yuck.
Ian. I'm like, oh my. I'm like, what is?
No.
I'm like, what exactly is wrong with you? Like I know as a child, you like had hit your head like against the TV.
I like
Do you know
Fireball
those
mixed with
big-
cider.
Oh,
Oh.
that sounds good.
Did you
So,
see the meme of the two ladies sniffing candles? She's like, "Oh, this one smells like Fireball," and the other one says, "Us non-alcoholics call that cinnamon."
Cinnamon, yeah.
Right.
No, I like Fireball mixed with cider, or if I make hot tea, hot apple tea, I'll put a little bit of the
Ooh, yeah.
Fireball in. That's,
Oh, that makes a nice
That's
hot
really good.
toddy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll tell you a good thing. You mix apple cider with butter snaps. Is that what it's called?
Butter
Schnapps.
Butter snaps, whatever. That with hot cider is very good.
That does sound good.
That's just a lot of sugar.
Yes.
But yeah, then he told me
So,
naturally he got sick.
Take some Advil before you go to bed. Drink some water. Yeah.
Yeah, they said they kept trying to, water
Drink
down his
water
shots,
before you go to bed.
but he was catching on what they were doing, which
Yeah.
smart kid.
Yeah.
Also,
Speaking of knitting, though, I did get some new needles.
Show us.
They're
Let's
teeny tiny.
see.
What?
They're super short for like sleeves and stuff.
I need short needles.
And
Oh,
they're
I need
Knit
them.
Pro, and they're like
Oh.
tiny.
I need
they
short
like-
needles.
Are they
They're
the
like-
4-inch or 3?
No, they're 2 inches. They're 1
2
3/4.
inches.
Ooh, that's
They're 1
just
3/4.
That makes my
So when
hands
you-
cramp.
Yeah, but
thinking
when
of
you're
that.
doing, I
Well,
got
you're
them 'cause
doing hats or small things?
Or-
oh, yeah.
I got them because when I do sleeves that have a pattern that you can't magic loop, and I don't like DPNs.
No.
So this way I can, as the sleeve gets narrower, I can still keep doing it in the round instead of having to use
Okay.
DPNs.
Well,
But
that
I
thing
found
for
these on
Neil,
Etsy.
Oh,
that
good
thing-
job.
oh, really? That thing
Yeah,
for
they're
Neil
Knit
I
Pro.
was going to do, I couldn't do because my circulars were too long for the neckline because I have regular length size
Yeah.
needles and I didn't have small ones, so I just didn't do it. you
Well,
know?
that's why I got these because
Right.
my new pattern's coming out. The pattern goes all the way down the sleeves, and you can't really magic loop it because
Ooh.
you'd have to pull out the loop in the midst of the lace, in the middle of the lace section.
Then you got to
So I got the-
transfer and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the
Yeah.
mini special denim collection from Knit Pro, which I found on Etsy.
Nice.
So
Huh.
Knit Pro is the European knitter's pride.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you need needle tips, like wooden ones, I would go to AliExpress because they sell the Knit Pro in the Lickas, and they're cheaper than buying them anywhere in America.
Are they? How are the tips? Are they sharp or are they not? Because
These are not
lots of
super
times-
sharp. These are not as sharp as Chow Goose.
Yeah.
But they're
Well-
sharp enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my new needles. But
Nice.
yeah, I just, because sometimes you want to keep in the round, and I don't like using DPNs.
I need short needle. I need some short tips. I gotta find.
Yeah, these come with little cords, so they make like a 9-inch.
Okay, what was the name of those? The Knit Pro.
Knit Pro Denim Special Collector's Edition.
Okay.
And there's other versions, like they have them in different,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I found them on Etsy for a really good price.
I cannot
Nice.
get those. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my wholesale account and I can get just about
Yeah.
I wish you
anything
could.
else.
I need short tips. I need them so bad.
Huh.
I do have the bigger Knitters Pro, or the Lickas.
I
But-
did not like those. the joins.
The joints
had a-
bother me.
Yeah.
I had a couple fall apart on me.
Oh no.
I had
Yeah.
one that it wouldn't fit in the threads wouldn't fit on the joint.
Oh, these
But-
were fixed. They weren't.
Oh. Then
Yeah.
you just
that's
email them. Email them and send a receipt where you bought them and they replace them.
No, you got
Oh yeah, I got them replaced, but
It's just a pain.
Right.
by the third time, I said, I think I'm
Okay.
done with these. You know.
You might have had a bad set. I've only had one that I've had a problem with. I can use metal needles, but they really affect my fingers because I have Raynaud's syndrome and metal needles make my hands cramp up. So I can use them, and I do when I'm doing lace because they have the better tips.
My
But-
my father-in-law had Raynaud's. I've never heard it's called Raynaud's.
That's I don't. It could be Raynaud's. I don't know. That's how my doctor pronounced it.
Oh, maybe he's right, and my father-in-law, may he rest in peace, was wrong.
Or maybe it's one of those things that just you call
I don't know. Caribbean.
Right.
Tomato.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's kind of weird.
Aluminum and
I
aluminium.
was gonna say,
Well,
Tunisian,
yeah.
So now you're just
Tunisian.
crazy.
Tunisian.
Stop it. That's just crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tabitha,
oregano.
did you know the British say they don't say Tunisian, they say Tunisian with a CH.
Tunisian.
That drives me fucking batshit crazy every time I hear Neil say that. I'm just like, kids, like nails on a chalkboard. I'm like, shut up.
Tunisian.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what batshit crazy Britain. Yeah.
Hello, just stuck.
I would
in while
listen
at
to you
work.
guys.
Joe Bob. Oh, Joe Bob, we love you and miss you.
Bob!
Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble
Don't get in
watching
trouble,
while at work.
bye.
We love you, honey.
We miss you and we love you. So, Joe Bob's in the house briefly. Where's Amy? I thought she would have popped in the
Yeah,
chat, but she
Amy
must be
is
having
a
a
wall.
life.
She's probably in the
She's
back.
probably having a life. You know, some people actually, do
Just a
stuff,
life, yeah.
and like those of us with no social life.
Well, I
we,
had,
you know.
I was almost late because I'm trying to deal with.
Yeah, but you have stuff at home.
I have a dying dog who, well, Friday,
Sorry.
we thought she was gone. We were like, she's not going to live through the weekend. Well, no, she's hanging in there.
Surprise.
Yeah. So now we have to be on point every day, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, we did that with our cat, and it was like, we just wondered, okay, are we going to find him? Are we going to
Right.
find him?
Right.
And we had it all planned out. My husband and I talked about it. What's going to happen if he finally got to the point? I mean, he just hung on, and
Mm-hmm.
we finally said, okay, we have to
Aw.
cut. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, he was soiling himself and not cleaning himself, and
Yeah.
he just did not have a good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
hard.
Joe.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like a loony. Well, you are a loony, so
You are a
Well, then
loony. Yeah.
you fit right in because we're all loonies here.
we're loonies. You're
Yeah.
a loony, so it's okay.
Joe,
In fact,
Tabitha's might do a
Remy,
knit along. You'll have
very-
to participate later this year. I don't know. I don't know if she can get Murder, She Wrote in Australia. Hey,
Paisley would like to say hello.
We've missed you.
They're all saying hi.
Show me a
Hi.
big smile.
No braces.
No
Oh,
braces.
now we
they
have-
said.
So cute.
Awesome. Now we have to behave because Joe's listening.
Yes.
So
No, we don't.
And Paisley.
everywhere, she's everywhere. Aw, she's gotten so big.
Bye. I know she's so old. Ugh,
I know, grown up.
they're old.
She's
It's
an old
crazy.
soul.
It is.
I love
She's
her.
like, Mom, are you done yet? You've been in there
Oh,
for an
Tab,
hour.
let me join in. You don't have to murder anybody, Joe. You just have to watch Murder, She Wrote
Right.
while you're doing your project.
I mean, if you're
But
going
we-
to murder
listening
somebody,
to your own book.
let Amy know so she can write it into her book. You know.
But I'm sure Tabitha would appreciate your willingness to.
Oh,
In Minecraft, not in real life.
In
We're not
Minecraft,
advocating
yeah.
anybody murder.
allegedly.
Oh, I have a
Allegedly.
I have a new rule. I have a new rule for the Winter Chemical Cove. You must knit a murder knit shawl.
Well, now she's out.
Jokes. You don't have to knit a murdered shawl.
Well, but
I'm
only if
good.
you
I've
live in
made
Australia.
several, so yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can sit back and watch. Yeah.
Has Neil ever knit a murder knit shawl?
No, he has not.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
I
he
think
I
he
don't
has.
probably
think
should.
so.
I mean, I've done the Morticia shawl, so I need to complete
Ooh,
the
I
set
gotta
and
need
do a
that one.
Murder shawl.
I need to do.
And
I
have
can
a
do that. Wait,
Polyjuice
what?
Potion yarn I can use.
What now? No, you can't. You
Wait,
cannot. You do not have. You do
Joe
not have
Bob.
the mental capacity to make a nerve.
I
Joe
think
Bob,
she'll
me
let.
and you.
I think she'll let you knit what you want.
No,
But
it's knit
Morgan's
what you
willing
want.
to
I
knit
don't
one
care.
with you.
She won't. No.
She changed it like that. That's it.
But I think
No.
Morgan's willing to knit one with you. So
I did the Morticia shawl, Joe Bob. So now I got to do the Murder Knit shawl to complete.
Okay,
No.
Morgan, when are we gonna do that shirt with the sleeves, with the stripes and the?
oh, the
Therese, why'd
stripes.
you have
Yeah.
to bring that up?
Oh, because I have the yarn. I just am
I
waiting.
do too. Still, I just
I do
here's the thing.
too.
Wait, hold on. Let me just
I
go
want
back.
the thing. I just don't.
I even have buttons. I even bought
Hold
buttons
on.
for mine.
What is
Let
this?
me go
The
back.
is this the sock
The-
stripe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh yeah,
sock
I
this
bought
buttons.
the
is
book. Come on, Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah, I
wait,
have the book too.
Hold on. I'm just
I've
checking
knit
to see
two of them
when,
already.
when the last time I posted a video,
Wow.
and then
It's been months.
probably more than this month. It's probably been like a year by now.
Oh,
She wrote yarn, Lynn.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I just
I
thought
am
of it.
unworthy
Yes.
of. Oh, you are not. Morgan, tell her she's not unworthy of your friendship.
No,
Oh,
that is not
stop
true,
it.
Joe Bob.
Stop
I
it.
was gonna bring up earlier. I was gonna say maybe if there's like a Saturday that works.
Saturday. Okay,
something like
winter
that.
time Saturdays are good for me.
Good to know. Joe Bob, you are definitely worthy of my friendship.
You are.
Everyone is. And you and only a handful of other people call me Morgie. So it's very, very
Morgie?
special. Yeah. Joe
love
Bob
that,
calls me Morgie. My boyfriend will every now and again call me Morgie.
Hi.
My little brother will call me Morgie. And one of my
Thank you.
grandpas will call me Morgie.
Okay,
That's
what
it.
are the? I got to go back to this guy. Is his name Dean Morgan?
No, that's from Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's not involved with that actor.
No,
Good.
no.
What
Matt.
now?
What's the guy's name that you're dating?
Matt.
Matt.
So you're not dating Jared Padalecki, or what's his
No.
name? The other one?
No, definitely.
Jensen Ackles.
What are his
no.
intentions
Ackles.
with you?
What are his intentions?
Well,
Could we all have like a private Zoom so that we could with him so
yeah,
that we
quick
could ask
go
him all
on
these
live
questions?
just for a second. Just quick be like, all right, live. Oh, not live anymore. Okay, we're back.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't
well,
have to. I mean, we don't have to record it and put it out there for everybody. But I just need to know, like, what are his intentions?
She needs to know, and you need to tell her.
All good things, Lynn. He's
already
Well, I don't
crochet
think
worthy.
so.
He
So-
he is very, very knit worthy. He has never once made fun of like
Good.
knitting, like he's very like so I got like a new little like nano spinning wheel,
I do. I'm
That's
known
how,
for
I
it too.
digress a bit.
Oh, we love you, Joe.
It's
You
like
got a
Law and
nano?
Order. Yeah.
It's because you're not here, Joe, to do it yourself. So Lynn's taking over.
Lynn's got to take
Law and
over,
Order.
yeah.
Yarn edition.
How do you?
Don't whatever you do, don't make him a sweater.
No.
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 He well, and it was funny. I was trying to explain to him the concept of the boyfriend sweater, and I go through my whole
No,
explanation.
you can't. No, it's no.
Well, I told okay, and then because he said that he wanted a hat. Now, granted,
Okay.
this is when we like kind of like a little bit after we first started dating, so it's kind of like, no, like I'm not making you a hat yet. And we went through the whole like boyfriend sweater thing, and he looks at me and he goes, "But I don't want a sweater." He goes, "I want a hat." And I'm like,
Okay.
yes, but the concept of
No, you can do
something,
hats.
You know,
You can do
Just
hats.
make a
They're
hat.
fine.
Yeah.
It just can't be a
Make a
sweater.
hat.
You can
Lord
make
knows.
you can make
You
him a
could do
cloak,
hats, socks, a quilt, a noose, whatever.
The new
like a wrestling team.
for
Yeah.
sure.
like a wrestling team. In fact, I have my pattern for my cloak that I'm going to knit in the winter for our knitterati. I have my cloak pattern
What?
and I have my
Wait,
black
what?
yarn.
What are we doing? What?
For Neil's knitterati, where everyone wears a cloak.
Knitterotica? What?
What are you
No, there
talking
was,
about?
they were talking about doing where they all had the hooded cloaks on and the lights underneath their chins, like the Illuminati. They were joking
No.
about it one week.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking
This was months
Okay.
ago. And there was no knitterotica that I know of, Lynn.
about. I'm not participating.
Well, that's under the mature content of that R site.
I'm not participating in that. I
There's
don't-
too much mature content on that R site. There's things that people knit or crochet that I don't want those kind
I
of
don't-
body parts.
There's mature, and then there's like satanic
Gross.
or something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
gross stuff.
there's some body part things that I really don't think people should
No.
crochet or knit.
Ew. Why?
I mean,
why would you do
If that makes
Why
them
would you-
happy,
No.
but yeah. So we're all agreed that nobody's making a Kamala sweater.
No. Nobody's.
So that's good.
We should do the build the wall hat though, because now it's okay. I'm just telling you, it's okay now. Because her values haven't changed.
I have too many yarn projects I need to do. I've got Christmas hats to make and a shawl
I have
for
no
my
gift
son and
knitting.
his roommates.
Nope.
They're all knit worthy. Like his one roommate, she crochets.
Mhm.
And then his roommate, Nick, I made him a hat last year and he loves the thing and asked for another one. So I can't say no because he wears it and it's wool and he actually washes it and blocks it every time. So,
Nice.
I can't,
Wow.
I can't say no to that. So,
Well, I don't have any gift knitting. If it's something, I might make David a hat or whatever. Otherwise, I'm just going to make stuff for Let Them Live, for the babies.
yeah, I'm going to make
Or not
him-
babies.
he gets a Captain America hat because he plays Hero Clicks and he's actually going to the World Championships this month.
Okay.
He's that good in
That's
the game. He goes to all these tournaments. And then my son, I'm going to make a Warhammer because I found the Warhammer logo that somebody already made for cross stitch. So I'm just going to put it on a hat. And then is one roommate, I'm going to do that Stephen West Dustland scarf that's one skein of DK and one skein of mohair.
Mm-hmm.
Tabitha, have you seen those patterns? The new Stephen West small scarves patterns?
Yeah, the ones that look like the petite knit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm going to make her that because I have yarn already. And then I'm going to make my daughter a Batman hat and
You know, when he
made
was
those
wearing
Batman
that, it
mitts.
reminds me when he was wearing that sweater all tied up. You know those like French ladies that wear the white and black shirts and they have that red? That's what I thought he looked like, was one of those French
Yeah.
ladies with that
Yeah.
on.
With the baguette in their bag. And
Yeah. I take it, Tabitha, that you're not going to do this year's mystery knit along
No.
for Stephen West.
So I have no time.
I'm
But
not. Yeah,
I was-
but
I'm not.
I'm tempted to buy the pattern and download it right away. That way, in case he changes it halfway through, I have the OG pattern. That's my
Right.
only fear now is I don't want to buy something and then have him change it.
Yeah, I won't do another mystery one from him.
No.
That turned me off the mystery ones. I want to see what I'm getting with him now
Yeah.
if I'm going to knit something.
Yeah.
But I want the original pattern. I don't want the censored pattern.
right.
Right.
I get it.
Right. I might, because
I don't
even if you don't knit it, whatever new techniques in there, there'll be a video, so you can use that video to learn the techniques for other things. That's the best thing about his mystery knit-alongs are all the videos you get along with them.
I'm kind of worried that, you know those socks that Shauna made?
I
that
know.
have the weird, like, welts in them? I'm kind of worried that it would have a bunch of welts like that, like in the
He already did. He
coordinating
already did a
colors.
shawl like that, though.
We did the welts on the other shawl, so maybe
He already
we
did a
should-
shawl like that came
Yeah.
out after the socks like that. So I'm hoping that.
Maybe this will be something totally new,
Yeah,
and he'll build off of this for
I don't have time. And it,
sweaters
just,
and socks, and yeah,
and it was just so depressing last year, and I don't want to be in that mindset,
no,
you know. And
I still haven't
Just,
finished
the
mine. I
whole-
need to finish mine.
I ripped mine out because I wasn't going to finish it, and
Mine's still.
I'd rather
sitting
spend my
too.
time
I actually like the design, the colors, and it's single ply yarn. I hate ripping out single ply yarn. I don't know why.
That's why. Yeah, single
I think
ply is
I'll
a pain to
finish
rip out.
eventually. I'll finish it eventually, but I think I'll probably finish other stuff before I actually go back to that
Yeah,
one
I
and
mean,
finish it.
there's too many other things I want to work on that I'd rather put
Right.
my time in.
And that's sad
And-
because you know what? If you get excited about something and then it just
And I
fizzles,
was, because when the
it's just
clue
like,
came out,
ugh. Yeah.
it looked really cool.
Yeah.
You know, it was very different, and it was fun for that first like 2 days before people
Yeah.
turned it into something it's not. Though if you do go on Ravelry and you look up pinwheels, there's plenty of patterns that are still up there that
There is.
nobody said a word about. So
See, I want to finish my Murder Knits cardigan first before I finish that.
yes,
So
I think you should finish that.
Oh,
That would be
okay.
good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No.
I completely forget where I left off, though. I really hope I marked it down where I left off because it's been so long that I didn't bother to. At least I don't think I bothered to write anything down. I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't really
but I
remember.
mean, it's pretty much just wearing the cable. And if
Mhm.
you
Well,
have
I mean,
to, just
yeah,
pull back
true.
a couple. The cables are only, they're not that many rows. So even if you have to pull
No.
back to the start of one where you know
No,
it's the
it's
start
not
of,
hard.
you're
It's
fine.
not hard. It's just
Mm.
yeah. I
It's just
kind of
me
gave up
trying to
on that.
remember.
Yeah.
That's the hard
Yeah.
part.
Well, my other new patterns coming out are mostly going to be Aran weight with a looser gauge, and then a couple others that are not Aran weight, but those I haven't finalized yet. Like one is with Lynn's that blue yarn you sent me. I can't remember the name of the blue yarn, but I know what it's going to be. I just haven't knit it up yet.
Mhm.
But
I have some murder knits. No. Oh. See, I did
Blood
it again.
splatter.
Every time I do it.
we just called it Murder Knits colorway, the blood splatter.
Yes. No. I have some of Maria's yarn that I might do that one of your cardigans in.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a mustardy color and it'll be good.
ooh, nice.
But yeah.
Well, I have one I have to knit that's in a Sweet Mountain Crafts, but that's sport weight that I will work on soon. And then I'll do the one for Lynn before the end of the year.
I hope
my
that
goal.
Carrie gets to meet Carista because
Yes, that would be cool. Yeah.
Anthony's going to be playing in Cody, Wyoming.
Oh, okay.
And can I just tell you, I'm kind of addicted to his music.
He's
He's
very
amazing.
talented.
He is so
Wow.
good. He's
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
very talented.
Yeah.
Oh, I can wear my hat. I have my Anthony. Oh, it still has the stickers on. My Anthony Garcia hat.
Nice.
You're so lucky. Where'd you get that?
He did back in, what was it, November?
When his album came out, right? Last year?
He did a live stream, and if you were in there, you could answer questions or do whatever you had to do, and then you qualified to get merch. And so I apparently qualified to get merch. So, and then like a couple months later, I got it, and I was like, why am I getting this? She's like, sorry, it took so long, but here you are. So I have a Anthony Garcia hat.
I'm a little bit jealous.
I love it.
A little bit of
I love it.
Lexus.
This music is so good. It's so good.
Well, and what I appreciate is that it doesn't all sound the same.
No, it's all
No,
different.
he's really talented.
He's
And his
very
voice. Oh,
Yes, I know, right? He's like, yeah, I know.
So
He's so good.
yeah, I don't know if I'm just thinking of Anne wearing a baseball cap like she was the other day, which threw me off because
Well, Carrie had this hat on the other day, and I was like, oh, I need to fix it.
Anne doesn't normally wear baseball caps. It kind of threw me off the other day, her in sports ball.
Mhm.
But I don't know if they're doing any other fall or winter knit-alongs.
Mhm.
So
I don't
gonna
either.
prepare for my Cabot Cove knits.
the Let Them Live thing was kind of a surprise to me. So
That's what I'm doing. I'm working on those.
Yeah, I donated my blocked baby hat to Let Them Live, so that they can use that to give to knitters who want to knit baby hats.
Nice.
So, I don't know if I'll have time to knit anything this month.
I
But-
am currently, my friend is pregnant and she is due October 5th.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So the baby shower is coming up and I just bound off. So I love this pattern. It's very similar to the,
Oh, that's cute.
isn't that cute? And you could do it with a rolled.
I think I have that pattern actually.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
It
Yeah, I
was
think so.
before Tin Can Knits came out with their flax pattern.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is my go-to.
Yeah.
Little,
It's
yeah,
simple. It's yeah.
yeah. So I'm making.
Babies
this
don't
for
need
baby.
all the crazy
No.
stuff. They don't need
They
it.
don't.
No,
And
I
this
did
is
find
that
it.
Knit Picks. Of course, Knit Picks quit making this yarn because
Of course
that's
they did. Because it was
It's
so
what they
good.
do best. It's what they do
Just
best.
piss me off. But it's
Did they really discontinue Felici? I'm sorry. I'm not, because I'm seeing where they discontinued Felici for real.
Completely, or just the
Yes. No.
the sock yarn?
I heard
completely.
that on Crazy Sock Lady. Isn't that where she said?
I heard that, and I'm very upset because I do have a box of Felici, but I want to reserve the right to buy more. And
right. Well,
No.
and this is a 20. This is a 75 Pima cotton, 25 merino.
ooh,
So it's perfect. It
It's
can go
nice.
in the dryer,
Yeah.
and I love it. I love the stitch definition.
Oh, that is really nice.
and it's just so soft and yeah,
that drape is amazing.
I love it. But
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not.
make it anymore. And I only bought
Oh.
40 skeins or 50 skeins back when it was
Like you do.
like you did. Well, I mean
How
but they're
can you
50
not?
grams. They're 50-gram skeins, so
Right.
it's really not.
It's like the drops yarn. Yeah, you have to buy it
Yes.
because it's so cheap and it's
And it's on sale. So
Mhm.
blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'm not seeing any Felici on their website.
It says discontinued on Ravelry. So
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy or what it is.
See,
But
that makes me mad because that's the really affordable self-striping, you know.
and
Yes.
it's so nice.
Oh, Mama
I mean-
Nevin says it might come back this fall.
Oh.
And there was a period where they
Well-
discontinued it, only brought it out in the fall. Remember, there was a few years when they would only bring it out periodically during the
Yeah.
year.
And that's
So-
a good marketing ploy. I get it. You know.
Yeah. I did find a scrap blanket I want to make, though.
You
Oh.
Ooh, I like
It's,
that.
Squares surrounded by
That's
a
all your
neutral
little
color.
minis and your
Yeah,
extras
that's what I
and
was-
socks.
Well, I have that Advent from Sassy Strings from last year that I haven't done anything with, and I thought that would work with this.
Oh, Tabitha, were you working on that
No.
jelly roll blanket?
Yes,
You're
I
like,
have
"Oh,
two going.
God."
I have
The
two
what?
going right now.
I
You
got
got
that
two going
pattern
now?
too.
The what?
Is it pretty like? I mean, in terms of like using up scraps, like can you, like does it matter like how much like scrap you have? Like, say like you have like multiple different like, I guess like weights of like scrap yarn. Does it really matter like?
Well, on the
You
weight thing,
have-
I would be careful because I think it would look goofy if you did like a fingering and a DK.
Oh,
But-
yeah, no, not like that. Just like say like okay, in fingering weight, I had one scrap that was like 25 grams, say, and then another that was like 10.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't
Ooh, that's pretty.
I don't-
like that.
measure.
Ooh,
Like-
look at that.
Oh, okay. You just go until
It's
it like
just-
runs out.
Until it runs out, and then I add more. And I this is fingering weight held double of all my minis of that I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. Like they didn't
Yeah.
come in anything.
Mhm.
And so I'm doing finger weight held double with all my minis, and then anytime I finish a fingering weight project, I add it in here.
Yeah.
So that's all. And then my other, I don't have it in here with me, but then I am doing a DK weight single strand jelly roll with Chicken Lady's minis, her flower bouquet minis. And then one stripe will be January, one stripe will be February. And then so you'll have
okay.
all the stripes of the year. for that one.
That's cool.
And that's going to be a good size. I was worried it wasn't going to be
Yeah.
very big, but
I
that's a
would like
good size
that, yeah.
blanket.
For sure.
And it's super
That'd be
easy
cute
to
if it
join
were.
them.
Yeah.
It's easy to join.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
super
I was thinking
easy to
of
join.
getting a pattern.
I take it to church with me and I knit during the sermon because I don't have to look down when I do it. And anytime
Yeah.
I'm feeling depressed, which is
Well-
all the time lately,
Well,
Yeah.
and
I
you
pull this
also
out and work on
established
it.
you also established dominance with
I
your pastor
did.
too.
I did. Our new pastor,
Yeah, you did.
on his first
Yep.
day, I started knitting during the sermon because I'm like, if I just start it when he's here, he can't say anything. And he has
Right.
not.
Right. That's the Bakery Bears, Zach K. Jones's pattern.
Yes.
Okay. I
Um,
just wanted to make sure
I
everybody.
can see you sitting in the pews just staring
yeah.
at him while you're knitting and not looking down.
All I do,
Yep.
I stare him down. That way he knows I'm concentrating on
stare.
him and not my knitting.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's funny because my former pastor told me that I have resting church face. And he can't look at me when he's doing the sermon because he'll start laughing.
Well, I have
So I know
my,
I have the look.
Yeah.
I have my
Okay.
Patriot collection that I was thinking of maybe doing that blanket in.
Ooh.
That would be a
Because
good
I-
baby size blanket.
It would be.
Yeah, and I have the
Or
I
like a
got
little
the Blues Brother colorway to go with it as the neutral. So I think that would look really
Hmm.
cool
Okay.
with all
Yeah.
those colored squares. So at some point.
I am a huge fan of. I'm gonna always have, I think, a Jelly Roll scrappy blanket for sure going because it's great to use up odds and ends
Yeah.
and it's mindless and it's been perfect for me in this trying time of my life. Well, I listen
Well,
to
sweetie-
Catholic church abuse.
Sweetie, I have to tell you, you're going to
Oh.
have more teenagers
Don't
at
get
some
me
point.
started,
So
Tabitha.
just breathe while you can, because when you have more than one teenager at a time, life is a totally different thing. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Treese knows.
What? What do
When
I
you have
know?
more than one, when you have more than one teenager at a time.
Oh, teenagers, Catholic Church, all the stuff. I know all the stuff. I tell David all the time, like, we'll be out somewhere and a Cars song will come on. And I'm like, oh my God, this song came out and it was on the jukebox at Keo when I was there freshman year. And it's such a trigger. Like I wasn't there when all the stuff happened at that school, but I was there when a lot of the people that were there during the stuff were still there. So it's still kind of a trigger. And okay, this one. But yeah, things trigger you, and then you see them on TV or you hear them, and I don't know where I went with this.
I
But
saw
yeah, it's the murder thing and the
I watched a thing about a priest in 1900s Germany who was doing bad things and ended up killing his mistress. And I was going to send it linked to Tabitha because you'd find it was, all the things
Where
that
else would you send
all
it?
all the different religious stuff with the the true crime. This guy did just about all of it himself. And I can't remember what the link is. I'll have to find it. But his name was Hans Schmidt. It was in the early 1900s in Germany. And they knew he was doing stuff, so they just passed him around to different parishes.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Imagine that. I mean, he was working as a priest, but he was also living in an apartment with a girlfriend and having another job. And nobody knew. And then he ended up murdering her. And he got caught because he wasn't a very good murderer. And then he went to prison for like decades, and then he got free and moved off into the sunset and lived his life. But it was just like they'd say, oh, and then he did this, and then he did that. I'm like, wow, he's just going for the trifecta of bad news.
Well, like the Pope came out this week. I'm not going to get into a whole big discussion, but the Pope came out this week and was like, if you don't take in migrants, then you're committing a mortal sin. And I'm like, dude.
He's the one who lives in a
it.
city with walls.
Stop it.
How many is he taking into the
around
Vatican?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
That's like the Archbishop of Canterbury was saying the same thing in England. I'm like, well, why don't you open up that palace you live in and take them in there? Don't see you doing that. So, well, they just
I can't
voted to
take
give.
anybody with that name serious. Canterbury's, but I think the chocolate eggs.
That's Cadbury.
Cadbury. Yeah, Canterbury.
Canter-
That's a racetrack in
Canterbury's.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Canterbury's is the
Yeah.
tails.
Yeah. right. I don't take any of that
I just
seriously.
went to chocolate eggs. Like, yeah.
Joe Bob knows.
Joe Bob
Yeah.
knows. He
Joe
knows.
Bob knows
He
everything.
knows everything. Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm sorry Neil didn't pop in while you were here, Tabitha. Now you can snark on him
Why
about
is
it.
Neil
Oh,
hiding?
it's fine.
He's hiding.
I'm just waiting for
I'll
them to
probably
make
get
the
a
true
dirty
crime.
message
I'm
in a
just
couple
waiting for
hours
them
when
to
he
make
wakes up.
the true crime special about his neighbor,
Oh yeah.
and then he can say, "I lived
This
next
entire
door."
country is a true crime. Now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's true.
I know, we need to go back to our murder chats, me and him, because it's so much easier to do it with another person. It's too hard to do it by
Yeah.
yourself.
I know. I still want to
Okay,
do that with
well,
you guys.
Y'all need to
I have-
do the keepers. I will be there for that.
Yeah.
I was there 5 years later, but I was there.
You were still there. I mean, you were still in the
there.
neighborhood and
I was
everything
there for all
else.
the
You know.
people, the teachers that let him do what he did. They were my teachers. Like, what is? It was a bad place. Even when I didn't. Nobody knew. Nobody knew when we were there what had happened. It didn't come out until years later. But it was
They were
still
all
an
afraid to say
evil.
anything.
It was an evil, creepy, dark feeling in that place.
Well, I think when bad things happen in places
Yep.
hold on to that.
Oh yeah,
It
was bad.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Did anybody do any fun Labor Day stuff other than come on at night? Because clearly that's the pinnacle of.
I drank cider all day. Yeah.
I had a mini date with my husband. We went
that's
back-
nice.
Yeah, our daughter went horseback riding, and he and I went to a little coffee shop, and he kitchenered 2 toes on some socks that he
Nice.
cranked,
nice.
and I sat there and I read the funny papers that somebody had left behind, and it was all good.
My son came over, and he's got a job interview this week. It's a really good job, making a lot more money, so hopefully that'll go well. And he and his one roommate cook. His other roommate doesn't cook, but his other roommate's mom always brings them meat. Like she'll go to the butcher and come back with meat. And one of the things she had brought them was lamb chops. And she called my son and she's like, "John, can you please cook those, because I don't think Nick can cook them." That's her son. So he was looking at the barbecue Bible while he was here, trying to figure out how to cook lamb chops, because he's never done that. And
just like
his
pork
roommate,
chops. Yeah.
well, his roommate's like, "Well, you can go to, my house. My grandmother cooks them, and you can learn from her." And his other roommate goes, "Don't do that. His grandmother doesn't put any seasoning on them,
Oh,
because all their food is bland. Like he grew up eating just bland food." And I thought it was only my husband's family that was like that, who don't use seasoning, because that's a Utah
wow.
thing. But yeah, so it was pretty funny because he was like planning
It's
seasonings.
crazy.
And
I
introducing
literally have 3
one roommate into
cabinets that are
seasoning.
spices. Yeah. Like
I have so many spices. I sent him home with even more spices, because his other roommate, she's Hispanic, and her mom taught her how to cook, so she makes tamales and enchiladas and tacos, and she's a good cook. And I send food home with him. Like if we have leftovers and he comes by, he'll take the leftovers for lunch the next week. So I'm the good mom, because I send stuff. But I just think it's pretty funny. His other roommate's mom will call him and tell him to cook the food, because she knows her kid can't. And they're from Russia, and his grandmother just never seasoned anything.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, that's weird, but
yeah, I don't feel like Russian or Polish or those kind of, they're not highly seasoned.
Polish.
It depends on what it is, though.
Yeah, I mean, like
They're not
pierogies,
highly
like
seasoned.
pierogies.
I don't think.
Polish food
you know?
uses a lot of dill, and I don't like dill.
Yeah.
Kind of sometimes. Depends on what it is.
Yeah.
But anywho, I gotta make
I'm-
a batch of
Keep going.
overnight oats.
Okay.
So
I
I
never
gotta do
do
that
those.
before I go to bed.
I
It's
love those.
it's a really okay. So I'm trying to get a lot better with my budget and not eating out so much all the time. And I just so I'm trying to get better with it. So I bought like a bunch of oatmeal and like all this other oats and all this other stuff, and it turned out really well. I was really happy. And so it's a nice, quick, cheap breakfast. Just before I head out the door to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
I gotta go
Mine is
make a
good.
batch.
No, I made a lot of different things this week, trying new recipes because I get tired of the old ones.
Yeah.
I did see one on Pinterest, and I thought it was ridiculous and it would not work, but it did.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
it's shrimp. It's shrimp scampi. You make it in the crock pot. Now you would think that wouldn't work because you don't want to overcook the shrimp, but you get the big shrimp and you put
I
them
don't
in
care about
frozen.
overcooking shrimp.
You put them in frozen. You throw in your butter and your garlic and your seasoning, and you turn it on low for 4 hours. And the shrimp will thaw and cook in the sauce, and then you just put it over either rice or pasta or whatever.
Is there Old Bay involved?
Is there what?
Old Bay?
What you season it however you want. The guy doing it only used salt and pepper, so I just seasoned it like I would normally. But if you use the big frozen shrimp, and when you get them on sale, you throw them in frozen. So you don't even have to thaw anything. You throw that with your good butter and garlic and your seasoning, and there you go. Next time I'm going to serve them over grits and make it shrimp and grits, but
Ooh, that's good.
because that's the southern thing that you have to have sometimes.
You have to have Old Bay on it. Yes.
You gotta have.
Well, it
grits
was good to
because
see everybody.
It was. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me come
coming.
on.
See Tabitha
Of course.
Soon.
and Lenny.
Bye, everybody.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye. So Tabitha, we're so glad that you're back on
We're back.
chats and Instagram
She's
and
back.
on podcast, and you're always welcome to pop
Shady.
in.
She's back.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But please don't start rapping.
No. She can. If she wants to be Slim Shady, she can.
She can,
Whatever
but I
you
just
want, Tab. We'll love you anyway.
No, I cannot rap.
Yeah, I think you could.
I bet Joe could.
I
I
pretend
bet
to.
Joe could rap. But yeah, too bad Neil wasn't here. Any they were busy
Yeah.
or sleeping probably. I never heard from either one of them. So, and Caro
Carol.
didn't sleep well, so she was going to bed early because she didn't feel well. She has to
Oh.
go to work early tomorrow. So I guess her
Yeah,
body's
he's
probably
got
back
stuff
from
coming
vacation.
up, and yeah, they're busy there. So I
Yeah,
get it.
they're very busy. So
Which is good. We want them to be busy. 'Cause
Yeah.
we want
so
those.
now that you're back, you can harass Neil about the magazine tab.
Now I got to talk to Neil.
Give him a pattern a day before the deadline or the day of the deadline.
Right.
Well, that's probably what's going to happen with this one.
I think that's what
It's
DK did
super
with her
easy.
article. She made him. They had to reformat it when she went back and edited it and realized it had mistakes.
What do you
So-
got now?
Yes.
What are you doing now?
Well, that's going to be in the new Blocked magazine. It's just a striped cow.
Oh,
Nothing fancy.
the next block magazine is going to be.
A
Ugh.
doozy.
It's going to be
Yeah,
us.
He gave us interview questions that we have to answer. That
Yeah,
like the
and
ones
we're not going to
if you
answer
re-
all of them because I don't want to answer all of them.
if you read this one that just came out, it's the same questions he asked Denise and Amy. And
I'm
I like
going to
the
go
fact
by
that Denise,
those. Yes.
Denise
I thought they were
passed on half
cute.
the answers.
Yeah, I'm not
I
going to.
know.
No.
Yeah, Denise
He'll probably
passed
give
on
it to
half
me
of
for
them,
the
so-
cold-hearted. I wonder if he'll give me questions for the cold-hearted episodes because I'm such a big bitch.
The
He would
next
never
one
call
does
you
have
that.
cross stitch. The next
Yes.
ones you have cross stitch.
Oh,
I've
Joy,
seen them, and
you've seen the next
Neil
one?
he's just.
Why have you? I want to see them ahead of time.
No,
All
you
right.
don't need to see them.
I don't know. It's kind of cute, but it's also kind of weird because
It's cute. It's weird. It's
are
cute,
people out there
weird,
going to
and-
cross stitch you? Like, that's just
I
kind of.
would cross-stitch myself.
Yeah, Joe, I was laughing at the
That's the
questions
thing.
too.
Right,
I was laughing at
know,
the questions
I know.
too.
The questions.
I
are
loved how Denise just kept saying pass,
Pass.
Pass.
I know.
Pass. And
I
I'm going
know.
to do that too. Pass.
And
Pass.
Joe's going to get excommunicated. No, you're not.
No. Not from
No,
us,
but
you won't, but you might get from
no.
somewhere else. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I don't know what patterns will be in the next one. I don't have anything in the next one. I might have one in the Christmas one.
I don't know. I know the cross.
I would have to come up with
next
something.
one, but I don't know.
Lynn, do you have any new Christmas yarn coming out?
Not that you know of. Not that I know of either.
Okay. Well, when you know, let me know, okay?
Okay.
I'll knit something for Neil.
Okay.
That way, because that way I'll have special yarn for it.
Okay.
Joe's
Okay.
going to tell all the dirt. Joe, we don't have any dirt that's not
There's
told.
no dirt. Like, what is.
We just,
Define
I
dirt.
don't have any dirt. Like, no.
and yeah, I mean, we're ourselves on this thing. We
I
don't
don't
try
have
with
any
anybody
dirt.
else.
I say I am whizzy gig. What you see is what you get.
Right.
You know?
We're not like those fancy ones that have producers and edit and produce and everything in the
edit and
podcast.
Okay. Take
Yeah.
out every time Therese is stupid, then I
Well,
will never be here. So
the
you know.
ones that bug me are the podcasts where the person doesn't breathe. It's just a constant stream of them talking. There's no.
That's creepy.
It's a little creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very AI.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm interested
I
because
like-
I love on
Go ahead.
Crap Snark when they ask people, oh, what podcast do you watch? And I like to read their list of ones that they watch. They're not any of the ones that I watch.
No, never. I did watch, and I would recommend it for people of our ilk. Nitwit in the Sticks, Michelle from the Naughty
Oh
Nitwit.
yeah, I watch her.
She did her recent one, and it was really good. And she put a lot of personal stuff out there. And I'm sure people got offended or people got whatever. But you know what? She's being real, and she is. I like her. She's
I like her too.
one of us, you know.
I think-
And that one, I know it was hard for her to record because it's a lot of really personal stuff.
I haven't watched
You
that
know
one
what?
yet.
We
but
have to be real, you know.
I'm not getting notifications from her anymore because
No, I don't
YouTubes,
either.
I don't get notifications.
No,
Um,
there's a lot of people that YouTube is not showing me. Oh, you had
Yeah.
a thing, yeah.
Yeah, Carrie
I
doesn't
have to
even
go
pop up on my
search them
YouTube
out.
anymore,
Yeah.
and I have to look it up. And,
Yep.
you know, ones that I watch every week don't show up.
Yes. Right.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like us, it doesn't even pop up.
Yeah. No shit. And also, the Republic of Me, she doesn't show up. Bag of Day doesn't show up. I mean, like all the people who are not radical are not showing up on my feed.
Yeah, I think we just need to stop the negative. We just have to start seeing people as people again. There's too much of us and them, and
Well, I do, but the algorithm.
I know we
doesn't,
do.
You know?
I know we
Like,
do. I'm just saying
yeah.
in general, there's too much of, oh, I don't like what they stand for, so they're nothing. They're not even people anymore. They don't deserve any kind of courtesy or
Well,
any
how
kind of,
did PIK their stream got taken down for what?
oh, did it get taken
What
down?
did she say? When
Oh,
it
she
didn't
ranted.
get taken down, it got demonetized. What
Oh
did
no,
she
her
say?
rant was really good. It was about abortion and not
I
just going
understand
on
that,
one
but
issue.
what-
And
What was it that went against their community standards?
probably anything, or probably somebody complained.
Somebody.
I mean, we got a
I'm just
warning
saying.
last week.
I watched
we
the
were
whole
ta-
thing, and she didn't say anything.
No,
No.
we got a warning last week because we were talking about the C word.
Oh yeah, we got the COVID
But-
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I said it. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't like our take on it, I guess, but oh well. They're not the boss of us. So we're allowed to think
Okay.
what we think.
Whatever.
Unless you're outside an abortion clinic and then you can't think or pray.
Then
But
you
that's-
can't say anything. No.
But in
Unless you're a
England,
Christian.
you
No.
can silently do it and not be arrested now. So that's a good thing.
No, you can't say
No,
anything.
that one,
Yeah, you're sitting outside not saying anything, you get arrested.
well, no, that lady won the lawsuit against him for that. So maybe they'll change.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
Well,
getting
then
very
they'll
sad.
just keep doing it, just like the Supreme Court with the college tuition thing. Just keep doing it. They'll get tired of turning us down, and they'll eventually let us do it. That's what they think.
Oh, Amy had friends over,
A-
so that she missed it.
Amy, what are you doing?
It's a holiday. It's a holiday. Some
No,
people
it's
actually
no.
celebrate
You
it.
know what? It's Amy.
Whatever, Amy. We're more important, aren't we? And by the way,
Right?
Tabitha,
We're
in your group,
people.
I
We're
did
your
miss you the
people.
most. I
Come on,
miss you the
Amy.
most.
Okay, I'm
Good.
sure the Dutch knit night is very nice, but people should
Right?
turn into us because we're more
Come
fun.
on, Amy. Like, what are you doing?
You know, don't watch.
Tabitha's
You can
here.
watch the Dutch knit night if you want, but we're more fun. Just gonna say. Yeah,
I'm
just
so
there's too
happy
much.
that Tabitha
I
and
know,
Lenny came.
I know, and Morgan, who we
It
haven't
was
seen either in a
fun.
while. And it's good to see people
So
back when
fun.
people take breaks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I go on Instagram and I just want to see the pretty
Stop!
knitting and the pretty
No, it's
yarn.
okay. We love it. We
No,
love it.
we're fine. No, I think it's good because you needed it and you were in way better
Yeah.
headspace than you were before.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's good that you had that chance and now your kids are going to school so you can knit
And
the
sometimes,
you can knit the
and
complicated
sometimes
patterns.
I know.
I'm distracting him. Instead of I can only knit stockinette or garter because the kids are around. Now you
Garters,
can actually,
jelly roll blankets. I can only knit those.
yeah,
Right.
then you can do more in-depth stuff. But
yeah,
I'm
just
tired of the
sometimes you need
negativity.
to, just take a break and then come back, and it doesn't have to be in the same place. You can be in a different place. Like obviously you've rebranded, and that's cool. You know,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and that's okay. You
It's
know,
what makes you
so
happy. As
okay,
long as
we
NBC,
have a code now. Okay,
NBC doesn't come after you.
right. Like,
Don't say that.
ah.
They don't own it. It's a made-up town anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it exists in reality. But it just cracks me up because I will, I read on Instagram and Crafts and Art, and the things that they criticize are things they're just like, in the grand scheme of things in the real world, this is what you're focusing your
Nobody
attention on.
cares about your
Like I only read it because I like to watch. I
Yeah.
like to read when they're what they like to knit and the different criticisms of designs and how designs are written because I like to see what what
Yeah.
complaints people have or what. So I read it and then they're like complaining about this. Oh, and this person is using a character for something. They're going to get in trouble. But then if it's a woke person doing it, they don't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hate all the beige sweaters. It's like, oh, I hate all this beige yarn. Well, then you don't have to knit it in beige. It's like instead of spending the time complaining that the sweater's knit in beige, just do something else.
Yeah.
Like
Do it in
I
blue.
wouldn't take the
Do it in
time
green.
to complain
better.
because somebody designed a sweater in a colorway that shows off the pattern.
I would rather go to an in-person place and talk about the pattern than go online where it's everybody just
Yeah.
piles on. Or
it's-
in a little group like ours and say, hey, did you knit this? What did you think?
Well, yeah, because it's
Instead
a private.
of going
You're not.
online where 1,000 people are going to read it and everybody's got an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that person has been knitting for a week or for 20 years.
Right.
So why would I listen to that opinion?
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of people who are very new to the craft who are very experts who like, especially with crochet, who like to,
Yeah.
I can teach people how to do this. It's like I'm looking at your like it's not really right. So you probably shouldn't be teaching people how to make a granny square like that because you're doing it wrong. But hey,
Right.
you do you. And all the monetization in there. But what cracks me up is they decry anybody who monetizes their hobby. Like, if they want to monetize their hobby, that's up to them. It has nothing to do with capitalism being bad. It's just, hey, I do this a lot. Maybe I can make a few bucks off it.
I just think,
You know,
I think the whole YouTube thing, though, is a scam because somebody in one of my Facebook groups, The Bunker, the original people that got thrown off Ravelry. Somebody posted, this is a new YouTuber. It's Crochet or whatever. And it's a guy, and he has literally one episode, one view, one post on YouTube. And he has 1,900 subscribers, and now he's monetized, so you have to watch ads. And I'm like, how the hell does this even happen? This guy has one episode. And how does he have ads, monetized, all these subscribers? How is this happening?
It's because he says what those kind of people want to hear.
I don't even know. I didn't watch it, but apparently there's something going on where they're monetizing people. He's got one video, and he's already, you got to watch ads.
I don't know.
I feel like they're picking and choosing who they, and I don't give a shit. I mean, we started Knit Night just to be, it was kind of like a model after Friday Night Tights, where people can come and go and come and go and come and go. Right. And it wasn't about the viewership. It wasn't about the
it was about hanging out.
Right. But I don't understand how these people have one episode and all of a sudden now they got a gold star from YouTube.
Lisa H says maybe they bought subscribers, and that's possible. I mean, you can buy them on all the other social media. But FYI, we're not going to do that. So we have no money to do that. Thank you. And if we did, it would go towards yarn.
But at the other end, I'm like, how is this happening for people?
Yeah, I don't.
It's crazy.
All the people would not. If you don't have the foundations and the skill,
right,
it's not something you should be monetizing or teaching other people. Like,
right. Yeah.
So you can make one thing. That doesn't mean you know all the tips and tricks on how how to make everything else. And then you're trying, giving tutorials, and you really don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Because you've been doing it 5 minutes, and it's like,
right.
No, some of us have been crocheting or knitting for decades.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't do a tutorial.
No.
But, because there's always a better way or a different way. But to go out there and claim suddenly you're expert enough to teach people and charge for it and people pay for it.
Yeah.
Like on Craftsnark, there was some crochet granny square tote bag with some characters on it that they were selling the pattern for $20. Well, a crochet granny square tote bag. You make a few squares and you sew them together.
What are you talking about? Go on YouTube. You can find 100 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and they're getting their ideas from free videos and free tutorials, and then they get mad when somebody copies them. It's
there's
well,
so
what do you
many.
expect? You were copying someone else.
There's so many crochet patterns on Etsy that are from drops.
Yeah.
They steal them from drops, and then they want to sell them for $3 or $4 each.
Well, drops steals them from other people, so.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, none of it is original.
Yeah, and we appreciate all our subscribers too.
Yes, we do.
And everyone who comes to chat, we love it.
Yes.
And we love the interactions. But yeah, I just you're getting your stuff from somebody else.
Right.
And then you're claiming ownership of it.
Right.
Or when everyone makes the same stupid toy because it's a basic shape and this person stole it from me. No, they probably were making them in the 70s and you probably saw it in a magazine from the 70s. Yes. And now you're claiming ownership of it. Everything old is new again. You didn't invent the wheel, Well, there's only so many knit stitches. Well,
of course you did.
And it cracks me up. All these new crochet stitches, they're old crochet stitches that people just put their own names on. And it's like I'll click on a tutorial. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, and then I look. I'm like, oh, that's that stitch. It's not called the rosebud stitch or whatever. It's called something else that. It's like the same old, but they're
daisy square, yeah.
Yeah, and then they claim that they made, they created it. It's like, no, you didn't. There's only so many ways you can loop the yarn around that hook,
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm done preaching. Sorry. But thank you guys.
Well,
it just annoys me because people are putting out stuff that they don't have the foundations to know what they're even talking about.
Sure.
And for beginners, they don't know who to listen to and who not to listen to.
That's the problem.
We all learned from either other people or books.
Right.
Because there was no internet when we learned. So The people who generally taught us knew what they were doing. So you could ask them questions and for help. And now it's like you can go on a tutorial and you don't know if the person actually knows what they're talking about or if they're just, an influencer and this is their new business. And then they get mad that you don't pay for their pattern for their roving style jacket that's going to fall apart the first time you wear it.
Yeah.
It's
not new.
That they're selling for $30 for a pattern. Like, or it doesn't come in the size that you want, so you bitch about it instead of just doing the math and making it fit you, or buying a pattern that comes in the size you want.
Yeah, measure.
Like, instead of complaining about every pattern not being in every single size, because it shouldn't, because you can't buy clothes from the petite section. They don't have the same exact clothes in other sections because they don't fit the body the same. It's the same way with patterns. There's lots of patterns that I've liked, but they don't come in my size. So I don't knit them, or I do the math and make them bigger. That's part of learning the craft. But all these people, all they do is bitch about it. Oh, you're not size inclusive enough. Now they want them not just bigger sizes, but smaller sizes, like down to like 24 and 26-inch chests. And it's like, when are you going to stop?
Well, and the thing is, okay, I'm sorry, but not every pattern is going to be appropriate for somebody. If
but
you're
then you're gatekeeping
large
trees
or an
because
extra
you're telling
large.
them that, but then you're telling them that they shouldn't wear that, and that's not up to you.
Okay, well, no, but in reality, something that looks good on a large or extra large size person may not look as good on a 3X, 4X, 5X person, just because of the nature of the garment. And that might be true for the smaller sizes, but probably not because of gauge and that sort of thing. Something that looks good on a large, you can size it down to a small, and it'll still look good. But a 5X might be a stretch because of drape and because of all the,
Well, I know, and to put that on a designer who is not getting paid very much to begin with.
Right.
I mean, nobody's really other very, very few designers make a living at this.
Yes.
I mean, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, most of them it's their side hustle, and they own yarn stores or teach or whatever. But it's just very frustrating, when to hear all this size inclusive, and you say, well, maybe somebody my size shouldn't be wearing that crop top bikini top. And then they're like, oh, you can't tell people what they should and shouldn't wear. They have body autonomy. And I'm thinking, yeah, but do other people want to see them in that? Because, it's like our old friend who begins with a Y.
They don't want to see it. Yeah.
Tabitha knows who I mean. Our old friend who begins with a Y.
Yes.
Crop tops. Do we want to see that? No. Nobody wants to see that.
But you're supposed to want to see it, because if you were a true whatever, then you would want to see it and you would be okay with it. And that's where they get you, where, okay, not everybody needs to be a size whatever, but they also don't have to look at that and be like, oh, that's okay.
Well, it's like, am I going to listen to the internet, or am I going to listen to my doctor who tells me that being overweight's not healthy? Chances are I'm going to listen to the doctor who probably knows more than the body positivity people.
And that's awesome that you have a doctor saying that, because now they're not.
Well, no, now they're not allowed to, because they might offend you. If you can't get honest feedback from your doctor, they can't do their job.
Right.
It just blows my mind, because people are so triggered by everything. Like, I'm sorry. No, you're not healthy when you're heavier, because it puts too much work on your heart. Like, I know I have high blood pressure. I need to lose weight. And if I were thinner, I'd be healthier. That's just how the body works. And these are the same people who wouldn't have an overweight pet, because they would take care of the pet and put them on a diet and make sure they were healthy. But if it comes to people, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah. Why is that a thing? Why are you allowed to fat shame your dog, but you're not allowed to fat shame the owner of the dog? That's a thing.
Yeah, when a busty like looking like a belly
yeah.
band.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like all the people who are save the animals, save the puppies, but then they're
Uh-huh.
pro-abortion.
Right.
So it's a puppy, but it's not a baby. Like I don't,
Ugh.
I don't get the mental stuff, but
Well,
I don't know.
we can't kill
don't know.
dolphins, but we can have abortions, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And now I've been screaming that for 30 years. All the people that were, I was listening to Rush Limbaugh in 1990, 91, whatever, talking about the abortion thing. And I was like, but these are the same people who are going out against dolphin tuna, They don't have, their moral compass is not set at a certain point.
Well,
It's
it just gets me because all these people are the ones screaming, follow the science. Yeah, follow the science. If you did, you'd realize
Yeah.
you're wrong, you
Yeah.
know? But you only follow the science when it fits their narrative. Like,
Yes.
we all should be scared of West Nile virus now.
Nope.
Nope. I'm not going to worry about it because
Nope.
I could worry about every sickness out there. I'm probably not going to have 99 of them. So I'm not going to worry about that one weird
We're not
one.
going to have monkeypox.
No, I don't think so. That's not my thing.
No. But you should worry about other people having it. That's what they do.
Well,
you need to worry about other people who might have it, and you have to care about them more than you care about yourself.
Would I
And
be
we've
sorry
heard
that
it.
they got sick? Yes, but because of their own choices, that's on them. I'm sorry, because they would say the same about me.
Yes, they
You know.
would.
It's like the whole thing, oh, you have to respect people. And my grandmother, she said, you don't owe anybody respect. You owe them courtesy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Respect is
you should
earned.
be respect is earned. You owe people common courtesy, but respect is earned. And it's like,
Yep.
all these, you need to respect this and you need to respect that. No, I have to be courteous to you.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
just a different mindset.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm just tired of
Well,
knitting being
ladies.
controversial. I gotta go too.
Tabitha's
I know,
going to
I
leave
gotta
us. And we gotta go.
I need to go eat dinner.
I gotta go feed Paisley.
Oh,
Paisley can
All
make a
right.
sandwich.
pickles and cheese for Paisley.
Paisley can make a sandwich. She's old enough.
Cheese
We love you,
and
Paisley.
We do. We miss you,
Yeah.
Paisley.
Paisley.
Good to see
Y'all are
everybody.
not good at mental
Thanks for,
gymnastics. No,
Let
we're
me
not.
come on. And
Guys,
we will continue this
Yes.
thread.
we will.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you
Emily.
for coming, Tabitha. Thank you, Lenny.
Thanks, Tabitha.
You're
Thanks, Lynn.
welcome. My
And
pleasure.
Morgan.
Love
Thank you,
you guys
Morgan.
when you come. Oh, bye.
Love you guys.
Okay, we'll see ya.
Yeah, we gotta go. Bye,
Okay.
everybody. We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
Monday. Joe, we love you. Miss you.
We love you, Joe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah.